Sword of the Spirit Publishing. Beauty and the Atheist. Shing. Oh, that's bad. Is this AI? Is this fucking AI? What am I what was all that shit?
Going live in 5, 4, 3.
This is
2.
real.
I just want to give a big shout out to our sponsor. Remember, when you spend money on their products, you help spread the gospel of atheism. And now is that fun time.
Gospel of atheism. Blatant propaganda.
In our show, when my trusty sidekick Benji joins me and peruses some of our comments. What you got, bro?
You know, Trey, typically we like to hear from our supporters, but I figured today's a special day. Let's hear a rant from somebody trying to preach at us.
Sure.
So, here goes. What do you offer the world? You make
Debate.
disgusting jokes about Christians and then yuck it up like you've said something brilliantly amusing. Well, it's all fun and games for you until someone gets hurt. That's my favorite part. And that'll be you at the throne of judgment, where the God who holds all heathen in derision shall have the last laugh.
Bible verse. Is dying to Satan bad?
Oh, I'm shaking in my boots, Benji.
Me as well. A Christian clown. Would you like to hear another?
Sure.
Perfect. Robert Jastrow wrote, at this moment, it seems as though science will never be able to raise the curtain on the mystery of creation. For the scientist who's lived by his faith in the power of reason, the story ends like a bad dream. He's scaled the mountains of ignorance and he's about to conquer the highest peak, and as he pulls himself over that final rock, he's greeted by a band of theologians who've been sitting there, get this, for centuries.
Oh, I'm getting sick to my stomach, Benji.
Oh, I hear you. So here's what I'm thinking. Let's switch gears, because I'm tired of that. Let's hear...
What a straw man. I would sit there and bicker about this stuff for a long time. Drop by sometime, guys who want to talk about this. That'd be lovely.
one of the good guys.
Let's do it.
I'm just so glad
We love
my
Christians.
mind is not enslaved with an eye by religion. Makes me feel bad for Christians, but I know that I've helped a few escape their bondage.
Enslaved? Yeah, I think his English needs a little work.
Yeah, I would agree with you. See, but I'm proud of the guy, because ultimately we've been able to help multiple people find freedom in atheism and deconstruct their Christian faith.
True.
And here's what I'm thinking.
Me
With
too.
everyone's support out there, we can help a lot more.
Me too.
You bet.
Well, I don't really. No. Hold on. You do not need to give me money to be an atheist. It's totally free to be smart and intelligent and more attractive than you were seconds ago. It really will just make you more attractive, because you will have the confidence to know that your decisions are your own and not, dictated by some God's will or whatever. You've always done it by yourself. You've been flying solo this whole time. You're doing it, dude. You are a regular guy. Common ground's more like than different. Are they gay together? I've been in a shop that looks very similar to this before, with bagels in it. This music is awful.
Socialism works.
By the way, is this a C-list celebrity? If I don't know, it's probably not. But has he been in things? Alley Cat, give one a red hobbit. It worked.
Babe.
Do we have bad audio in this?
You better put your tongue back in your mouth before you step on it.
Yeah, man.
It's just not bad.
Not bad. It's time for you to see your optometrist. She is drop dead gorgeous. A real beauty.
Yeah, not that it matters.
A real beauty.
She's way out of your league. For Pete's sake, you wear the same shirt every day,
Hey,
Trey.
watch your tongue.
I'm just saying, get real. Right? We're nerds.
Watch your tongue. Quite an atheist's phrase. Watch your tongue. You have to say it more evil. Watch your tongue. That's how atheists really talk, actually. I don't believe in God, and you can't make me. You have to be more evil. I would be better. If you need a voice actor for any of your shitty Christian films, I would love to play the atheist in them. Yes, quite devilish. Quite.
Nerds, eggheads, girls like that, they end up with the cool guys like movie stars and jocks and doctors.
Yeah.
Not biologists, chemists, and certainly not physicists.
Wow, that's not true. This is kind of sexism, I think. Is this sexism? Are we being sexist?
Hey, speak for yourself, because I'm not just a scientist. I'm a YouTube celebrity.
Right, no, I forgot. A legend in your own mind. So then why don't you go ask her out then, legend?
Oh, no.
No YouTube celebrities have ever dated women. You can't prove it. I've certainly never seen it happen.
I don't have time.
What is this noise? That was the movie, right?
I'm not just a scientist. I'm a YouTube celebrity.
Right, no, I forgot. A legend in your own mind. So then why don't you go ask her out then, legend?
Oh, no. I don't have time.
Yeah, what is that? Is that his phone?
Uh-huh. No, that's what
That's
I
supposed to
figured.
be his phone, like a notif? Because he looked down. Maybe? Yeah?
What? What's so funny?
You remember that
Am
video I
dating a
did making
woman?
fun of...
No, that'd be gay to... No, it's gay to like women, bro. I'm a man going my own way. I hold frame. I would never share tender moments and love my wife. I would never enjoy the way she looked and the little sound she made when she finally got to hold a red panda. That wouldn't bring me independent joy.
that creationist movie where the old guy goes to college campuses and crusades against evolution.
bouncing.
Oh, you know my
I'm a
Gramps.
man
That's a
as
classic.
well.
Gramps wants to debate me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What a trip. I mean, you got, what, 400,000 views on that video already. So say you debate him, you'd get at least that many.
At
which
least.
means ka-ching, Trey.
Probably so.
Ka-ching!
Plus, it'd be funny.
That's
wouldn't it?
why I am not an. That's why I don't believe in God for the ka-chings. Definitely no money in being a Christian. Definitely none. Look, man, I was an atheist before I made money on it. That's for sure. Atheist becomes believer is almost assuredly happening.
Pulling him down to size, though, not much of a challenge. I mean, he's not a major creationist like a Stephen Meyer or Ken Ham, but you can still crush him, humiliate him, make it like the Christians versus the gladiators.
Oh, Ken Ham is one of the guys they think is really smart. Oh, fuck. Bad theodicy is definitely going to happen. 2+ subplots, so count them. So, we'll see.
Colosseum. So that's Rome, not LA.
Duh, everybody knows
Dating is a
that.
subplot.
Just chill out a little bit. He's just fighting for what he believes in. If he respects me, I'll respect him.
Right. No, and say he doesn't.
I'll get out my whittling now.
There you go.
Is the
Oh.
debate,
There goes your big shot.
is the channel debate
Well,
a
you'll probably
subplot
never
or
see
the
her
plot?
again, except in your dreams.
Oh my god, dude, this is so bad. Dude, we don't have bad sound. Ugh.
Challenge accepted.
There he is. Who?
Now what do I do for an encore? Lord, I'm gonna need your help here.
This is Donald? It's Gramps. Wait, who's Gramps? Wait, this guy? Donald? Why should I know this? The podcast is a subplot? Gramps from the movie Gramps Goes to College? He wrote this shitty movie? That's a C-list celebrity cameo. The Gramps Cinematic Universe? Donald James Parker. Everyone knows this but me? There's 13 movies! Maybe we'll do Gramps nights at some point. Maybe we'll do like you know. Chip Rossetti is in the college one. 13 Gramps movies?
It's your time. Start talking.
Trey?
Yeah? Who's this?
Douglas Connors.
Oh, Gramps. The man, the myth, the legend.
Wow,
So, I
it's in continuity!
heard you want to have a little debate about evolution, huh?
Well, I'm not so sure I want to have a debate. It just seems to be something I need to do.
Well, now, do you have some sort of formal training in science that I'm not aware of?
No
Not
illusions?
really.
Oh, shit.
I just read a lot of stuff. For example, I just read a
So
book.
is this movie about guys that we know? Is it about no illusions?
Called Evolution's Echoes, which recommended I read another book called Evolution Impossible. I highly suggest you check out those books.
Yeah, I'll pass. So, I guess this would be a situation where I'm dueling with an unarmed man?
Maybe. Goliath probably had similar thoughts.
Goliath.
Goliath? So you think that you're David gonna save your people from the big, bad, loudmouth atheist giant?
Kill him with a sling.
Trey, I don't think a whole lot about myself, period. This is not about me.
He doesn't think about
Well, I'll tell you
himself.
what, I'm not much into formal debate, so
We're 13
why don't we just have a
movies
civil
deep.
conversation between us, and you can ask me questions about evolution, and I'll educate you.
I guess that'll work. I do have to warn you, though, God will be mentioned in this discussion.
Well, I'm not crazy about that prospect.
Well, if you're afraid.
No, Douglas. I am not afraid. You bring it on. Now, can you do this live in studio, or will we need to do this remotely?
I'm not big on travel. Where's your studio?
Lexington, Kentucky.
Really? Oh, my daughters live there. It's not that far a drive. Jeez, I'd love to see them again. Yeah, let's do it live.
All right, you got it. I'll check the schedule and I'll get back with you with some dates at work.
Sounds like a plan. Have a good one.
All right, Gramps.
Yeah, title of movie, and then title of movie name drop.
Any prayer requests?
Well,
All
I
white
can
men.
use some prayer. I'm going to have a debate with a young atheist who happens to be a scientist and has quite a following out on social media.
Fuck.
You know, I know I'm not qualified to carry on such intellectual combat, but I just felt like God was just pulling me up the ladder and dragging me out to the end
Intellectual
of the diving
combat.
board and nudging me off into the deep end.
Intellectual combat. Christians, it doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to be a debate. We could just ask each other questions about why we believe. We can just talk. Christians.
So I'm going to need the little prayer here that God will speak through me, because if my own puny knowledge on this topic was dynamite, I wouldn't have enough to blow my nose.
Oh.
Well, my wife has a degree in zoology, and she'd be more than happy to help you prepare for that.
Wow. It's really generous of you to offer her time. You know, I'm going to politely decline that offer, maybe save you some marital mayhem. You know, Scripture tells us that when we get called before the judges,
We shouldn't ask women for advice from their fields of expertise.
to think in advance what we're going to say, but let the Spirit lead and speak through us.
That's
And
what
I
I
think
do.
that passage refers to how you should respond when the authorities detain you. You know, like advice for apostles on martyrdom.
Yeah, you may be right, but I just feel that there's not enough evidence or sufficient logical arguments to sway a militaristic atheist, and especially one who's built his life without
Militaristic.
God upon the foundations of evolution. Only the Holy Spirit can penetrate their defenses and reach their heart and their
Model
mind.
Christian friend.
But what about his audience? I mean, couldn't there perhaps be some among them that are not quite so hardcore? Some that maybe keep a partially open mind that maybe you could reach with one of your compelling arguments?
Maybe so, John. Maybe so.
You
but
know, with one of your compelling arguments. Are any of them evidence, man? No, probably not. God has to exist because I don't understand the complexity of the world. And it has to exist because I don't understand the time scale of existence. And it has to exist because I don't understand evolution, okay?
with so little time to prepare in my advanced age, I just can't see how cramming for that test is going to pay any real dividends. You know, it's just, I think I need to just
gonna go
throw
to heaven.
myself on God's mercy and let Him do His thing.
If you
Okay.
change your mind, let me know.
Why'd
Will
you
do, thank
gather
you.
these people? for
Anybody
this?
else?
Was this just Bible group? Oh, the way that was shot made it look like he gathered them. I guess it was just Bible study together. Non-Christian female friend?
Excuse me, if you're looking for a table, you can share mine with me.
Oh, that's kind of you. Thanks.
Doom, doom.
I can't tell you how good it feels to get off my feet.
Why not? Is it a secret?
Are you one of those guys I'm gonna have to watch my phraseology with?
But I do keep people on their toes.
Am I one of those guys I'm going to have to watch my phraseology with?
Here I was trying to get off mine. The issue is a hard hospital floor.
Oh, you're a nurse.
Physician.
Nurse.
Really? They
Is
let
she
people
Christian?
practice medicine at such a young age?
Is your vision that bad, or are you a compliment mill?
I'm pretty sure nobody's ever accused me of being that.
No, I was just saying something pedophilic. You look really young. How smooth are you? Yes, the blood is much more delicious when it hasn't had age. Actually, I disagree. I feel like old blood is more delicious, like wine. He's double her age, at least.
I'm Trey, by the way.
Trey, by the way, your first name rhymes with your last.
Oh, a sense of humor. I like it. Beauty, brains, and banter all in one package. I didn't catch yours.
I didn't throw it.
Okay, well, I guess I'll call you Beauty until you do. So, Beauty, do
Okay.
you reveal your real name on...
So if you're gonna write dialogue this fucking hacky, you have to sell it with the voice. Like, you have to fucking buy it. Like, they would have to be doing something else. If they're making catching and throwing puns, then they should be actually doing that activity, I think. Or someone should be about that. I don't know. That's so hack. This is terrible writing. You will not get that kind of writing out of my book that I haven't written in ages, but I will as soon as I am released from my prison. My prison, where all I can do is do elliptical, smoke weed, and watch Christian film.
On the second date?
Second date. I sure hope you don't consider this a first date. I don't believe in dating.
You don't believe in
He
dating?
did say you're a beauty, but it's not quite a title movie drop. Beauty and an Atheist is the title drop, so I need a beauty with an atheist like that, or something like that. Well, I can't believe an atheist would bag such a beauty.
Well, I can provide plenty of evidence that dating exists. It's kind of my thing. Bit of a science geek.
It's kind of
I'm not sure what
dating
science
or
has to do with
evidence?
social dating, but I don't need proof. I know it exists, I just don't join in the practice.
Well, why not, if I may be so
She
bold to ask?
Christian?
Dating is a fairy tale world. A handsome young man asks out a girl whose appearance makes his heart go thumpity thump. He probably has no clue what
Appearance? Well, that's true in this case, in this bad movie, but that's not why. Look, you can be cute but dumb and it won't happen, okay? Like, I think conservatives are so desperate for affection that is their goal. But for everybody else, it's like, I want someone that I enjoy being around, and also, if we have sexual chemistry, then that's when it happens, right? Otherwise, we're friends. That's pretty much it.
she's really like as a real person. They go on a date, maybe dinner and a movie. They spend most of the time in the restaurant chewing their food and a few hours in the theater. And they could spend 4 hours together and not know much more about each other than before the night started.
So they go on a second date to fix that.
And do it all over again. I mean, no matter what they do, it's always something pleasant, and they're always on their best behavior. Their hormones are percolating, so they think they're in
Their hormones are percolating. Dude, the old man wrote this, and I would have guessed that before you told me that was the case, chat. That would have been... I would have definitely guessed that. This is awful. Old man writing.
love and jump into marriage with great expectations and little wisdom. After the rice has been swept up, they suddenly realize that everything that bugs them is suddenly brought to light.
Whoa. You've just dissected dating as if it were a frog and crammed it into a jar of formaldehyde.
Wow,
Oh,
this is
you
so
really are
fucking
science
awful.
geek, huh?
Yeah.
You really
Well,
are a
okay, so
science
you're a doctor.
geek.
That means we have a mutual interest in science. I think that's cool.
Science geek? I'm trying to figure out euthanasia right now.
You know, you can tell a lot about a person by what kind of coffee they drink. What sort of a
Daily
exotic
Wire show's
mixture
not
you
looking
got in
so
your cup?
bad now?
Green tea. I don't like coffee.
Oh, well, I'm batting about 0 right now.
Wow.
Oh, sports analogy. Science guy can diversify.
Thank you for noticing.
Well, better get back to the
So
hospital.
fucking cringe.
Duty calls.
Will I
Should
see you
not be
again?
together.
My dad used to sing this song, Que Sera Sera. Whatever will be, will be.
Oh, I thought
Woke?
that was Doris Day. Oh, I made her laugh. My life is totally not in vain.
Julie.
Excuse me?
My name is Julie.
Excuse
And your last
me?
name?
I have a feeling if I gave you that, you'd break a leg or something, so you'd need a doctor.
Why didn't I think of that? Okay, well, if you won't tell me your last name, will you at least tell me what hospital you work at?
Oh,
Thanks for the chair. Have a
you
good
tell me where I can stalk you at work?
day.
Wait. At least take my card just in
Is she
case you get the urge
Christian?
to call.
She needs to take a stand. Is she Christian? She is a female.
Hey Siri, who were the doctors in Lexington, Kentucky
Ew.
with the name Julie, Julie, or Juli?
Sorry, I couldn't find any doctors named Julie in Lexington.
That's disgusting. This is so fucking weird. Hope, health, and happiness.
So I figured if you'd hide out in the garden and didn't answer the door, I'd go away.
Dad! Oh, I can't believe you braved the traffic to come visit me. I know how much you hate the big cities. Not that Lexington is exactly huge.
Well, it's too big for me. You know, you could come visit me sometime.
Yeah. So when's your debate?
Yeah. Write what you know.
Tomorrow at 10 a.m.
You nervous?
Nervous at my age, Lori. You know, about the only thing that makes me nervous is driving in heavy traffic. Though I am just a little concerned that I might be cannon fodder for this guy's mockery tomorrow.
Be anxious
his
and
mockery.
nothing. You will be fine. Okay, well, come on in. Let's get you settled.
Well, let me get my stuff first.
All right, you need help?
Lori, I'm a guy.
Enough said.
Yeah.
I'm a guy. I don't need help. Brother, if I could just keep clicking sexism, that'd be fine. That's so weird.
Welcome to
No significant reference to Jesus will be at the end. No swearing will be at the end. I'll have to know if that lady is non-Christian. I assume his daughter is.
another episode of Chilling with the Renegade Scientist. My guest today is Douglas Connors. He is a writer and maker of Christian movies. Welcome, Douglas.
Thank you, Trey.
So Douglas wanted to have a conversation about evolution, and obviously he has some difficulty embracing the truth. So Douglas, let's just first off and tell me why you were anti-science.
Oh, penal substitution is the Christian atonement doctrine stating that Jesus Christ voluntarily took the legal penalty and divine wrath for humanity's sins upon himself on the cross, acting as a substitute to satisfy God's justice and fallacies and facilitate reconciliation. It argues that because God is holy and sin demands punishment, Christ's death is a required sacrifice. So that's what penal substitution is.
Hold on.
Very specific.
I'm not anti-science. I am anti-pseudoscience and definitely anti-political science, which involves this study where the results are intentionally skewed based on who paid for the research. For example, a study on the dangers of butter paid for by the margarine industry or vice versa. Not all quote-unquote science is equal, you know? Me, I'm all about the truth.
Me too. So what is your primary objection to evolution?
Oh, so many to choose from. Well, my biggest objection is this, that despite the fact that the ideas generated by evolution concerning the flora and fauna that we see around us, they're historical in nature, can't be replicated and tested in the laboratory using a scientific method. Even though that's true, these ideas are
Can't be replicated, meaning that if something's extinct, it's not alive anymore, so you can't prove it existed or something?
forced down kids' throats and other people's throats all over the world as if they're slam dunk factual. And no real discussion about other explanations and possibilities is even permitted.
Okay, so just to be clear here, you are not advocating that the teaching of evolution be removed from the classroom.
Not at all. No, my mantra is teach the controversy. Get kids to thinking, you know, present the idea. It's one that
I mean, evolution is just observable. It is. I don't know what he was talking about. Usually they say, well, you can't do this. And it's like evolution doesn't even really say that you can or cannot do this thing, but we don't need that, you know, whatever example it is. Like, you don't need to be able to, like, clone a 4 billion year old fern or whatever the fuck. That's probably too long. That's way too long. 4 million year old fern. You don't need to be able to do that to know that it existed. You could have the fossil record. You could have the DNA record. Like, we could just look at stuff and observe it.
It's been believed by billions of people over the centuries
two on the other
that
side.
an omnipotent creator designed this universe, and specifically this planet and all the life forms therein, right alongside Darwin and all those neo-Darwinists who evolved his theory.
That's material for religion class, and religion and science should not be mingled.
Well, my definition of science...
When he interviewed Forrest Valkai, he did that. Oh, okay. He wants to see evolution performed in front of him. And so when I think it's just a fundamental misunderstanding what evolution is, because it's always these guys want a fish to give birth to a goat or something, and it's like, no, a fish would give birth to a slightly different fish, and then after hundreds of generations of these fish, the first fish and the oldest fish and the youngest fish would be quite different from one another in ways that were significant, assuming that they had reason to change, which would be a difference in food source. Like, I guarantee you, if you took fish, and this wouldn't be ethical, but this has happened in reality, if you took fish and you put food sources that they could eat on the beach that was just reachable and they had very few resources inside, you'd find over time, if you could maintain just out of reach food, that they would start to be amphibious after, I don't know, several hundred generations or something. It would take a long time. You'd have to have generations of humans do it, most likely. But it would work. They know how it works. You just think it's a grift? I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe this guy is just totally grifting. I know Kent Hovind does.
Science is the discovery by man of the world that God created with all its laws and its elements and its properties, as confirmed by the scientific method.
I'm afraid, Douglas, you don't get to define science. You should probably stick to defining religion.
Bible already did that. James wrote that pure religion is to visit widows and orphans in their distress and keep oneself unspotted from the world.
Why are there widows and orphans?
Oh, I bet the Muslims and the Hindus and the Jews and about a zillion other religions are just thrilled to hear that. And by the way, there are a lot of atheists who give charity to orphans and widows and live according to their own moral standards.
Oh, so everyone gets to set their own moral standards? There's no universal standard that applies to everybody?
Correct.
Well, that's the beauty of not believing in God. He can't force his values onto us. But we digress. Our conversation was supposed to be focused on evolution.
It's just like demonstrably true that we don't have a universal ethic. Like, if there was a universal ethic, I wouldn't think that I need to drink blood and kill people, right? I would agree with the human perspective that they do not need to be blood sacks that are only here for my squeezing. But I am here for the juice, chat. I am here for the juice.
Let's get back on track.
Okie dokie.
Artichoke.
Let me throw some names at you.
Okay.
Franklin Harold, who happens
Veganism is a great example. I'm
to
trying to
be
listen.
a biochemist. That's a scientist.
Duh, Douglas.
He wrote in a book that was published by Oxford University Press, there are presently no
25 of them? Thank you very much. I'll give you some extra time on the clock.
no detailed Darwinian accounts of the evolution of any biochemical or cellular system, only a variety of wishful speculations.
Well, that's one man's opinion.
One scientist's opinion.
Okay, one scientist's opinion, but there are a myriad of other scientists who will
15
disagree
hours
with
on
him.
the clock.
And one thing I think
Have we ever seen 24 hours on the clock? The crushing defeat of a 2-day fucking clock.
we have to point out here right now is that interpretation is key
10 hours
in the quest
away.
for truth. First, Douglas, there's the interpretation of the evidence itself. And then we have to interpret the words of the scientists who are describing their interpretation of that evidence.
You almost locked in all of tomorrow.
That's a good point.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
what did Harold really mean when he said detailed Darwinian accounts? It seems like the devil's always in the details, huh?
Devil?
I don't believe in the devil.
Go figure. Well, in
Go
my
figure.
experience, just about every
You
evolutionist
wouldn't believe in it.
interprets all evidence as confirming evolution, And if they can't do that, they either reject that evidence or ignore it, along with the people who bring that evidence to the table.
You creationists have such a persecution complex.
True.
Well, maybe with reason.
No.
You know, it's bad enough to ignore evidence, but I think it's even worse to manufacture it, and you guys do that sometimes.
Like what?
Let me cite a concrete example. Don't worry, I won't mention Nebraska Man or Hackle's drawings. Richard Dawkins.
I'm sorry. Are you saying stuff like Bigfoot is evolutionist, like fucking like hoaxes are just hoaxes? Like, that people hoax it and they are proven wrong is a testament to the scientific method proving it wrong, right? If we go off yours, we can't test it for anything. We just got to go, nuh-uh. You know?
Likes to demonstrate
like it's
how
just a hoax.
Evolution works using a computer program analogy.
Bigfoot's real.
So there's a computer program that's going to spell out a phrase, me thinks it is like a weasel. So let's see if I can explain this so even a scientist can understand it. Let's start with the letter A. So we got a one-celled organism, an A.
Okay.
Well, the computer is going to generate a new letter, and it's going to compare that against and see if it gets a capital M, because it's looking for a capital M, and it gets an O. It says, no, throw it away. It goes again. It randomly generates another mutation. It's a P, throw it away. And then it comes up with a capital M finally, and it mutates that A into an M. So now we got an M. But it keeps on generating mutations.
What?
And we come across, finally, after about 25 tries, a small E. So now it appends that onto the M.
Anyway, what if letters aren't like that? And what if animals and flora are? And what if we, instead of change the entire fucking topic to something that doesn't exist, we talked about what does exist? You know, what if we made a real fucking argument? This is so awful.
Now we got a two-celled organism. It spells M-E. And it continues that whole process until it spells out, me thinks it is like a weasel. And then the program just stops.
And your point?
My point? First of all, the computer knows the answer, knows where to drop in every one of those letters and knows when to stop. Natural selection doesn't have any intelligence to make such a decision. You know, it doesn't know what the goal is. In fact, it doesn't understand goals. It doesn't have any understanding. It doesn't have any intelligence. It don't know squat.
Of course. It don't know squat.
It doesn't have any brakes either and can't start mutations and much less stop them.
Yes.
So in real life, if you've got to have mutations happening, there's nothing to stop them. We could have ended up with a sentence, methinks Richard Dawkins is a weasel. You know, this whole analogy is a logical hot mess. But when Richard Dawkins trots out his little dog and pony show, people like you stand up and cheer. And if someone like me says,
his dog and pony show?
You know, the emperor doesn't have any clothes on. We get laughed out of Dodge City like we're some kind of idiots.
You are idiots. Why? What does he think cancer is? I guess that's cancer. No? Did he say? He didn't say. You said it. Okay, you believe in intelligent design and explain Kappa? What? Look, the loving God made that. What's that? The scoffing is too much. I know, right?
You know, I don't know enough about computers to doubt or even criticize Dawkins.
Oh, how convenient. Well, I do.
To doubt or even criticize Dawkins? You don't. I criticize Dawkins all the time. What do you mean? Dawkins sucks.
In fact, out of curiosity, I wrote a program to do exactly this. It took me 17 minutes. Runs on my PC in less than a second. It took about 8,000 on average mutations to spell out the whole phrase.
Am I supposed to be impressed with that?
Fat chance of that, but that's not my goal. Let me drop another name here. James Tour is a scientist who likes to debate other scientists using science only, even though he is a Christian. But his opponents always attack his scientific arguments by labeling him as a Christian and a creationist, as if that invalidates any evidence that he brings to the table.
It does.
He goes out of his way not to mention God, and they always have to bring up the fact that he is religious.
Tour is an idiot.
So you solved one of his challenges? You know, he said that if anybody solves one of them, he'll take down every one of his videos.
Douglas,
his videos, Frank Turek? Is that we're talking about?
Specializes in the origins of life. That does not involve evolution, which is my focus, and involves the changes within life, not its inception.
Dude, this is a crazy thing to film.
And that's also not the focus of our discussion today. I really hate to come across sounding like a dictator here, but I must insist that we keep our conversation steered towards that topic. So, okay, just so we're on the same page, what is your definition of evolution?
I love that even in his fantasy, he can't stay on task.
Definitions are critical.
Yeah?
In fact, we should have started this discussion with this question. Okay, my definition of evolution involves macroevolution.
Oh my God.
I have no problem with microevolution, which is changes and adaptations within a species.
Microevolution. Microevolution doesn't know anything. Right. Instead of this Philbro shit, just bad theodicy, just bad apologetics. Holy shit.
Macroevolution is the goo to you via the zoo theory that all life started out as one-celled organisms and progressed through millions of years through gradual, non-directed mutations to the DNA, which proved to be advantageous to survival.
Yes.
Really? Well, no wonder you'd have a problem with that. I would have a problem with evolution based on that definition.
Why?
You know, evolution is so much more complex than just mutation selection. First of all, microevolution demonstrates the process that...
Oh, he believes in microevolution in this version. I was like, Life hasn't existed for 4 billion years on Earth, has it? Did it exist right away? I thought it was like 2 billion years old. Earth is 4.5. Is the first life 4 billion? Were we 500 million years into this already, and then suddenly we're doing that? I really thought it was younger. As a single cell? Damn, look at us. We've been doing the damn thing. 3.8 to 4 billion? Woof. Pretty good. And let's be real, many of those probably died right away.
Leads to macroevolution. And there's
No. Stop.
lots of other...
Microevolution is macroevolution. If you even accept these stupid fucking terms that don't exist. No, they're the same fucking thing. You just don't have the capacity as a human being to experience the time it takes. We have evidence, though.
changes that are involved than just mutation selection. Are you familiar with the term epigenetics?
No.
Okay, how about alleles?
No.
Okay, thought so. Well, without any changes to the DNA sequencing, epigenetic expression changes lead to new functionality in the phenotype containing that DNA. And the natural stressors also lead to such alterations. Without such knowledge...
You don't have to talk like this. You don't have to talk like this. No atheist has to talk like this unless they're asked specifically. Like, let's be real. Unless you're having a discussion and the topic turns towards specific biology, and you're like, well, the DNA doesn't, and someone might hit you with something like this. Like, it's really easy. What do they need to eat? Did they reproduce? What do they need to eat? Did they reproduce? What do they need to eat? Did they reproduce? Over and over and over and over and over. Those are like the two most major natural selections. Obviously, our own independent... Is it thundering outside or something? You just sidled up to me like you're scared. You scared, buddy? Is it because I'm a big, strong vampire, very powerful and mighty? Hey, yeah, you got goobers. I'm getting your goobs. You can't come up here with your goobs and expect not to get them taken. This is a no-goob zone, sir. I pet the dog. Off camera. Get my dog.
Douglas, you're not equipped to just go poking holes in any scientific theory. And there's lots of Christians out there who accept both God and evolution. The two don't have to be mutually exclusive. Though, I personally find the idea of God and heaven to be repulsive.
You're a very handsome boy.
Well, Richard Dawkins did say one thing that I agree with. He said that the Bible, the God of the Bible, and macroevolution are not compatible. They can't coexist. If God created everything, all life, as he says he does in the Bible, and there is evolution, that means that he created all those beings with the ability to mutate and to evolve, which means...
Okay.
There was intelligence involved, and he directed it. And
Well, not necessarily, but it's fine if you're like, okay, well, what if God did evolution? Okay, then why is it the Christian God? Because that now we have to go with, okay, I'm fine if you want to boil your belief in reality down to there is a prime mover, right? But most Christians say prime mover exists because Bible tells me so, right? The Bible tells me this is a thing, so I work backwards. So the Bible says God exists. I find out later evolution exists. Now I have to square those two things. Now I'm adopting that. So now I have to go into the Bible and prove that. You have two choices. You can lie about what's written in the Bible because it does not describe evolution and day and night happens after light, etc. Or you can say that Genesis is an allegory that is also written in the wrong order. I think to stay true to evolution, you would have to say the writer of Genesis got it wrong because men are fallible, but otherwise the Bible is a perfect will of God and he really exists to stay Christian. If you just want to be a deistic evolution believer, there are people that do that, but you have to divorce yourself of Christianity because then there's no reason for Christianity. If you do take the stance that evolution is real and that the Genesis account is allegorical, there's no reason for the original sin argument, and hence there's no reason for Jesus' sacrifice. So you also have to square that. It's not a very good position to be in to say I believe in evolution and I believe in this. This is why they make a distinction between micro and macro, because if you say there's no macroevolution, you could say, well, yeah, we observe in our lifetimes adaptation, which is what they're calling microevolution, which is basically just like, oh, you know, if birds can only eat some plants, maybe some of them will survive enough to have different beaks to break open the different nuts after a few generations or whatever, you know? They think Darwin is doing microevolution. Bird, not crocodile, you know?
And by very definition of evolution, which you will admit, there can be no direction or intelligence
Podcast and
involved.
girl are the two subplots.
You know,
We need
to
one more
rephrase the
subplot.
old chicken versus egg question,
Plus.
which came first? DNA or the first mutation that brought about a change? And while you're struggling with that conundrum, I'm going to throw out the bold statement that only a creator could explain the coding sequences that we find in DNA.
Well, let me throw out a name for you, Douglas. Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking said religion is a fairy tale for people afraid of the dark.
And John Lennox said that atheism is a fairy tale for people afraid of the light.
Ooh.
Right. Lennox is a mathematician and a senile old man.
Senile? It's probably your assessment of me.
Yeah.
You know, I really think that we cannot preclude common sense and logic when we're discussing science, which can't be proven in the lab with scientific method.
Right. I've had Christians say that logic only exists with God, and I don't know why. They say because otherwise there would be no logic. Why? Like, the only thing you think is logic is that the laws of physics exist, and we call them laws of physics to just as that's just nomenclature. They're not actually laws. Like, gravity doesn't work at the quantum level in the same way it does here. Right? So they're not even laws. They're like, you know, just material space, really, and not even all the time. John Lennon was an atheist who, damn, imagine no religion.
You know, to actually arrive at truth, we have to be able to follow evidence where it leads. You know, if you omit design as a possibility of explaining the complexity and the diversity of life around us, I'm afraid that you've eliminated the possibility of obtaining truth.
Obtain.
And around and around and around in circles we go. Douglas, I'm just afraid we're not going to agree on this.
Could be. I would just advise you that eternity is a long time to be wrong.
Was I supposed to be afraid of that? Okay, well, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back with more scintillating debate on Chillin' with the Renegade Scientist.
Is he on an actual radio station for some reason? This is awful. He has to do this because the actual debates he would have would never look like this? Is this the entire movie? I have no idea. It's called Beauty and the Atheist, and I don't think he's the beauty.
Be right back.
My sister is late as usual. If she's not here soon, I'm dishing up the food, Dad.
They haven't mentioned Jesus yet. It's got to be
There she is.
significant, too.
Hey,
Honey.
how did the debate go?
Oh, I think I bombed it.
Really? Why?
Well, I was doing pretty good at the beginning. I think I was holding my own, and then we had an intermission with a commercial, and he started throwing scientific terms at me and got me all rattled, and
Scientifics?
I started to hem and haw, and I couldn't think of the things I should have said until I drove back to Lori's. I was about as authoritative as Mr. Rogers.
Ooh.
You know, when I first got into this
Pretty
culture
rough.
clash gig, I pondered reverting back to the old
So
me
she is a Christian female.
when I had a sword-like wit and I was not afraid or ashamed to use it.
Sword-like
But
wit.
that just didn't seem to be the way Jesus would want me to roll, so
Did you hear yourself? I am less confident in myself than I was before, but now I'm so deep into the Jesus shit, I second-guess myself. Did you hear yourself? You wrote that in your own movie, brother.
I just try to have respect for everybody, and even when I'm arguing with people like him.
Okay,
Who is him?
time
Did he
for
attack
bed.
you personally?
Well, he goes by the handle, the renegade scientist, and no, he was nice. Bit misguided, but nice. Though he did kind of treat me like an infant in whose mouth he was trying to spoon pablum. You know,
Sometimes it's like that when you talk
I
to
would
olds.
use a different word for what he was trying to feed me, but I try not to use words like that, especially in front of you guys. You know, the kicker is, this dude said that heaven, with all its peace and love and joy, sounded like a repulsive place. I mean, how can you even reach somebody who doesn't want to go to heaven?
Yeah, wow, that's a tough nut to crack.
Yeah, tell me.
Wow. You know what else is a tough nut to crack? The door of an acting school, apparently. Fucking impossible lock picking to get into one of those. Don't even try.
It just hurts my heart when I meet people like him. Yeah, I read
Is
their
that what hurts
comments
it?
online and their opinions. Like it's just, the combative spirit just comes out in me, you know. But then when I meet him in person, compassion just kind of oozes out of me.
How do you get entangled with these guys in the first place?
It's kind of crazy. I really don't understand it myself. It seems like I'm a magnet to them, or like there's a reverse cultic fascination or something. They watch my movies just so they can make fun
Forgot? They watch my movies?
of them and me, of course.
Just to make fun of me? No! No. I watched this movie and then you're funny. That's like you didn't do a second take there. This is not good. This isn't even a self-insert. He's just his self. It's a borderline dramatization. He's just doing the dramatization scenes of an autobiography.
Very nice.
Yeah, and they can be pretty brutal too.
Brutal.
You know, one kid, he puts all his videos out on TikTok. The ones he's made of me, making fun of me, had over 12 million views.
12 million?
Yeah, it seems like nobody knows me in the Christian world, but among the Instagram and TikTok crowd that embraces atheism, I'm infamous.
I've had a bad time reaching out to my peers that don't seem to like me much. And on top of that, neither do the people that don't like me much. Well, yeah. How do you do, fellow youths?
Wow.
Well, maybe you're called to reach those people instead of preaching to the choir.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I mean, maybe God will use this video in a way you never foresaw.
There
So
you go,
don't
yeah.
despair thinking you blew it.
Yeah.
One
You know, I had
last time.
Neil Breen of Christian Movie Makers. True!
along that line before. I thought maybe when the proverbial stuff hits the fan,
You mean pablum?
yeah, it's when that pablum hits the fan, these people are going to, some of them anyway, hopefully
Wait.
will start. I thought maybe when the proverbial stuff hits the fan.
No swearing.
You mean pablum?
Yeah, it's when that pablum hits the fan, these people are going, some of them anyway, hopefully will start looking for answers, and maybe something I've presented to them will help them discover at least a path to the truth, and hopefully life eternal in Christ Jesus.
Ooh, life eternal in Christ Jesus.
Maybe even after I'm dead and gone.
If Jesus tarries.
Yeah.
Amen. Well, I know it's too late
No certificate reference to Jesus is out.
for us to pray about changing our words in the debate, but we can pray
Baby, our rallies is almost here.
that the Holy Spirit will touch the hearts of those who watch the video.
Amen.
Heart touch.
Let's do that. Right after we eat.
Okie dokie, I can take a hint.
Yeah.
Subtle one.
I'm starving.
Touch
Too.
What you got here?
Sucking them. Yeah, significant Jesus talk. I think he might get tamed.
Mind if we join you?
If he is tamed into Jesus, that's a reverse taming. That sure still counts.
Co-worker, right-hand man, and chief groupie.
Ethnic food
You know,
experience.
Trey wouldn't be where he is today without me.
Really?
What do you mean, why am I a vampire? I have always been vampire brick.
Yeah, it's because they drove me to the coffee shop.
Suck each
You're
and every
driving
one
me
of
to
you
drink
dry.
Oh, in this case, quite literally, the only coffee. But one day, Trey, I'm going to get you to imbibe something a bit stronger.
Dude,
I
you
don't
know
fucking like this guy, and the problem is,
that my whole point in life is to keep my wits about me and to
I've
be in
known
control at all
guys a little
times.
like this.
Your beverages of choice
I don't know that they were atheists. Maybe.
don't fit into that plan.
Right, well, it's too bad you don't have a
Can you
life.
bring to me, lady? I'm Dracula fucking Flo. Can you bring to me?
To control.
I'm
Hey, I didn't sit down
Dracula
with this lovely
fucking
lady to
Flo
cross
right
swords with
now.
you. So why don't you put a lid on it or go powder your nose or something?
Or, get this, I could punch yours.
You don't believe in violence.
And I could suspend that belief for, I don't know, 3 seconds.
And I could suspend you from a chandelier
It's
for about
not
3
here
days.
yet.
You feeling lucky, Trey?
It's coming.
Guys, hey. How
It's
about
on
you
its way.
throttle back the
It's-
testosterone
it'll be
just
there
a
in a
couple
little
of
while.
notches. Tell you
got
what,
time.
I'll go powder my nose, and you two can work out
You got plenty of time. Dracula Flo yourself to the door and get her food. What the heck?
your hostilities in my absence.
Ooh, enjoy your
We'll see.
hostilities.
Yeah, $5 says she's not coming back. Right.
She's coming back. And I'll pay you $5 to pretend to be mad at me and leave me here stranded without a ride.
Deal. And how exactly you plan on getting to the office? No, you don't mean.
Stranded?
You don't think.
Exactly.
Well, that's a long walk if she refuses. You want me to hang out in the parking lot for a couple minutes? In case your plan doesn't work out. Though I still get to keep the 5.
No thanks, but actually change of plans. I don't want to expose her to the displeasure of our fighting again, so why don't you take off, you leave me here without a ride, and
Dude,
we'll
the way this guy writes, holy shit.
spare her the pain.
All right, works for me. Hope you got some comfortable walking shoes on now, Trey.
I bring rallies to the fucking Himalayan
Benjamin, a cheap real
7-Eleven.
piece?
Actually, he got so mad at me that he told me to take a long hike. And he took off and left me here without a ride, so I guess that's exactly what I'm going to have to do.
How far do you have to go?
6 miles.
Oh, I don't seem too shook up about it.
Well, it is what it is. I mean, why spoil a nice day and a pleasant conversation by getting bent out of shape? So, how you been?
Busy, as usual.
Are you going to reveal your last name today? After all, it is the second date.
Your definition of a date and mine are worlds apart.
You just have so many guys hitting on you that you can afford to ignore a guy like me who fell in love with you at first sight.
I don't have any guys
Fell in love with you.
hitting on me because I don't go into places where that happens.
Oh, so your goal in life is to be alone?
No. What? I'm just waiting for the right one to come along. Someone with the same goals in life.
Well, how do you know that that's not me? We haven't even discussed goals yet.
I'm not feeling it.
He might not have a Sage Black character because he doesn't know
Do I
anybody.
detect just a tiny little sliver of an opportunity to win you over?
Let me give you a clue as to how to enhance the opportunity. Just let it flow naturally. Don't try to force anything with flattery and fakery and flowers. And definitely don't throw the L word around there casually.
Flattery, fakery, flowers. That's a lot of F words. But I guess you're saying I should pump the brakes.
But
a
it
little bit?
isn't funk.
Speaking of breaks,
A lot of F words.
You want to ride? It's now or never.
That would be awesome.
Is this his place?
Well, I know better than to ask for a kiss, but could I ask one more time for your last name?
Gotta admire the persistence.
Gotta admire the persistence. Do you? Dude, he is breaking her down. Why is this a thing? I hate this. This is not how anyone... If you are courted like this, no. Don't do it.
Tell you what, next time we run into each other at the coffee shop, I'll reveal the big secret.
Well, that makes my day. I guess I'll just have to work down there all day just so I won't miss you.
They're going to have another conversation. They're going to meet, and then he's going to find out, and then he's going to convert to get laid.
Well, I might come in during the
Wait them
evening.
both.
Then I'll work all day and all night till they kick me out.
Or whatever. Well, now I'm kicking you out of my car. I've got things to do.
Roger that. Well, thank you for saving my shoes, my time.
Get out!
Maybe my life with your token of generosity.
You're welcome.
Get out of here! He just walks over there. It's not where I thought he was gonna go. This is the studio, that's why. Whoa, that was weird as fuck.
Hey, so you make it the first date?
Dude, the editing on this is crazy.
Not quite. But I did get to the plate, and the pitcher is sharing signals with me, so I have an idea how to make solid contact.
Right, no, I'll believe that when I see it.
We needed one
so,
more
what do we
subplot.
work on today?
Let's get that debate edit complete and upload it to YouTube and TikTok.
I want to like Steve Gonzalez.
YouTube and TikTok time. Bitch!
Hey, Dad, what's up?
Hey, kiddo. Hey, check your email. I just sent you and your sister a link to my debate out on YouTube.
I'll watch it tonight. Hey, but don't be too disappointed if Julie doesn't get to it for a bit, okay?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'll slam
because we
she-
need to seed in the story that she doesn't have time until the third act to do this.
is. It's all good.
I know how busy
Everything in
she
God's
is,
timing.
dude.
Who is
The
that?
podcast is the main. Him doing the podcast and talking about the podcast is the same plot. I'm going with the 2+. I'm going with the more than 2. I feel like every movie has 2 subplots. 2 is not embarrassing. Too many subplots is embarrassing. 3 subplots is probably too many, unless you have a humongous cast of characters. 2 subplots is just giving backstory on 2 of your main characters. That's pretty much it. Plot is wearing her down. We need one more subplot. It could happen, though. This is just the dating
Thinks he's in
subplot,
love with me.
What?
which is also kind of the
You
plot.
never told me about him?
No, there's nothing to tell. I mean, he tried to make a pass, and I swatted it down at the line of scrimmage.
I want to meet him.
Lori, no.
Yeah.
Lori,
Hi, I'm Lori.
Oh, hey, I'm,
The renegade scientist.
Oh, you've seen my videos.
Just one. The one where you debated my father about evolution.
Douglas is your dad? Wow.
Uh-huh. Hers too. Julie's my sister.
Ooh, wait. We could definitely get another subplot. Never mind, he burned this now. Why? Oh, that's crazy. Wow. He burned that immediately. Never mind. Gave him way too much credit. I thought this was going to be... Something's got to happen now. Now something has to fucking happen. Yeah. It immediately happened. I don't know why he wrote, oh, she won't get time to watch it, and then suddenly she's doing it.
Gee, Julie, you've been hobnobbing.
Like it's a
with the
twist, I
enemy.
guess? But that's not how a twist works.
Hold on now.
It says you just sort of lied to us?
Enemy's such a strong word.
You made fun of our dad.
It was all in good sport. Nothing personal. My thing is making fun of
It's
all
still just
Christian
the
movies,
dating.
but I kind of liked talking to your dad. Julie,
If he
did
goes
you
on a separate adventure for the sister's behalf, subplot.
get to watch the debate?
I hadn't found the time.
This is the same thing.
Oh, I guess I don't have
And
to
they're
tell you
talking
my
about
last
the
name.
plot, a plot.
Connors?
This is 2.
Which means you must be Lori Connors.
Nope.
we have one
Lori
main plot
Atwater.
and barely
My
a
husband
subplot.
is a Marine, by the
It's
way.
almost the reverse of this.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. So can I assume that you girls share your dad's convictions about God and evolution?
Absolutely.
Does that mean that you're set on marrying a believer?
Not just any believer. The Bible says the demons believe and tremble. I want to marry someone whose whole life is dedicated to serving God. Not me and not himself. C.S. Lewis said, Christianity, if false, is of no importance. If true, is of infinite importance. The one thing it cannot be is moderately important.
It's significantly important because there's a cult of human beings that believe in it. Either way, that's a terrible quote. C.S. Lewis's.
So my mantra is,
Not a
my
great
heart is yearning
theologian.
after someone who's
IMO.
running after God, not after me. If he's doing that, I'll run to catch him.
So you must be scratching my name off the list of candidates right now.
Truthfully, I never put you on the list.
You know, Christians are supposed to be all about sharing your faith with others. Prove to me that God exists, and I'll believe.
I don't missionary date.
No. You said you don't date at all.
True, but I don't fall in love with someone and then try to convert them. And I definitely don't promise to fall in love with someone if they believe in Jesus. They have to do that without any ulterior motive. After that, que sera, sera.
So you're just going to let my soul rot in hell?
Ah, you said in your debate that you didn't believe in hell.
Yeah, well, maybe you also picked up on the fact that I said, I want to have the truth.
And would you really risk alienating your entire audience that's paying you rather handsomely, I might add, with their views and clicks by repudiating evolution?
Yeah.
Whoa. I didn't say anything about deep-sixing my scientific convictions. This was about searching for God.
Well, if you find God, I can guarantee that you'll have no use for Charles Darwin and Richard Dawkins.
That's a bold statement. So, are you up for the challenge of showing me God?
I'll have to think and pray about it. If the Lord wants me to do it, I won't shirk my duty, as unpleasant as it may be.
Oh gosh, no one's going to accuse you of being a sunshine pumping mill, throwing out compliments like candy at a parade. But think about it all you want. And if you would do me the courtesy of giving me a call with your decision,
Hi, buddy.
I'd be appreciative.
It's fine out. It's nice out. There was thunder, but it's gone. It's gone.
Oh,
The sound is so bad.
what have I done?
What?
There are so many people living life in misery,
What the
victims
fuck is
of our
this?
neglect. They cry out for help. The crowds walk on by,
Is this AI?
too busy to care, and they cry out to you. Will
Is this
you
AI, dude?
walk on to tonight?
Reach out to them, reach out to them, reach out to them, reach out to them, reach out to them,
Is he
reach
vaping?
out to them, reach out to them.
Tonight.
So many lonely girls, so many lonely guys, so many lonely hearts crying out for love. So many lonely girls, so many lonely guys, so many lonely
So loud.
hearts crying out for love. Reach out to them, reach out to them.
Non-Christian listening to a Christian song? I don't know. I'm just gonna type Christian song for this.
Reach out to them.
He was involved in the scene. Absolutely AI. Awful. Oh, the beach. Sarah wanted fries. Oh. Copyright, yeah.
God wants everyone to be saved and to know the truth.
Scott Stapp.
God wants everyone to be saved and to know the truth. Reach out to them, reach
pathetic.
out to them, reach out to them, reach out to them, reach out to them, reach out to them, reach
Pathetic.
out to them, reach out to them. Reach out to them. Reach out to them.
I crazy for even considering this?
Absolutely not. You know, the Bible says that we need to contend for our faith and be ready to give answer to every
She talking
man
to her
for
dad
the
about
hope
how she
that's
wants to
within
fuck
us.
this guy?
This is an opportunity. You know, I took a swing at this and missed, but you have a leverage that I don't have. It's going to motivate him to look beyond his scientific safe room.
I don't even have time for this.
Honey, we never have time for anything. You have to make time for what's important.
Use it. That's this Chekhov's gun, dude.
You still exercise every day?
Yeah, just like you taught me.
Kill two birds with one stone. Exercise, educate Trey at the same time.
Yeah, multitask.
This movie's
Why didn't
dog
I
shit.
think of that?
Oh, you would have,
This is
eventually. I'm going to be sending you an email with some of the vulnerabilities that I failed to attack in our debate. And I'll be praying for you too, kiddo.
All right, thanks, Dad. That sounds good.
Debate my daughter.
Love you
She's
more.
younger.
Bye.
There have been 0 people of color in this movie. Not one. Not even one of their friends.
It's your dime. Start talking.
Fucking is exercise.
I think your phrase is out of date. Coin-operated phones cost more than a dime if you can find one.
The quest for truth knows no rest, huh? Thanks for setting me straight.
My pleasure. So, I watched the debate. Did you truly mean it when you said that the truth was the most important thing to you?
Oh yeah, with all my heart.
All right, so I'll accept your proposal to...
Debate me,
let me
bro.
rephrase that. I'll
Debate me, bro,
accept
say
your
it.
request to be your tour guide on the search for God.
Oh, she said proposal.
Under some
Oh,
conditions.
fuck.
Name them.
Dude, the right
We have to
egg.
do a lot of our talking at the gym. We talk while I work out. Can you handle that?
Do bears sleep in the woods? I've actually been thinking about joining a gym.
6 a.m.
Ooh.
I bet.
Yeah, I don't know if my brain engages that early, but
Me either.
I'm willing to give it a shot. What else?
Atheists don't wake
That's
up
it.
early. They
Wow,
don't
okay.
see
Well,
God
what gym and when do we
When the
start?
sun rises.
Brick House Gym tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that place. By the way, we got a little confession to make.
Atheist pothead.
While I was
True.
trying to figure out your last name and which hospital you worked at, I was looking for Julie through all the hospital staff directory
That's
lists.
creepy.
And it's not fair that your parents spelled it Jeweli. Though I do find it appropriate considering you are a gem.
No flattery. And what were you going to do once you found out what hospital I worked at?
Well, while I was trying to figure out how I could break my leg without any actual pain, it occurred to me that just because you work at a hospital didn't mean that you worked in the ER. You could have turned out to be a proctologist.
What?
But now I see that you're
He
a
wishes.
pediatrician, so I'm really glad I didn't take a hammer to my femur.
See you tomorrow at 6 a.m. By
Glad
the way,
I didn't take a
there
hammer to
might
my
be pain
femur.
involved. If you're out of shape.
Okay. Bye, Julie.
Dude. I liked a girl that was into cross country when I was in high school. And she asked me to do cross country with her. She was like, hey, do you want to go run on this country road with me? I wanted to, but I was like, there's no fucking chance that this is happening for us. There's no chance. I'm more of a sprinter than a long distance runner guy. My ankles were bad back then too. Although I was much more in shape. I could have done 2 miles. She went fucking 3.6 or something, whatever a marathon is. 0.2. Couldn't do it. It was more.
I gotta tell
5
you,
points on that?
going
How
at
long
that
is it?
slow pace is basically worthless. I watched a video once where they explain the
sprinters.
effects of certain paces as far
The
as
only people at the gym, and is this a barber shop? What is this?
longevity goes, and below a certain threshold, there was no advantage to exercise.
I didn't know that. But see, I'm not afraid to confess to my ignorance.
There was no
So,
benefit?
how much do you know about religion?
Well, my parents are believers. I was raised in the Presbyterian church.
It's a
Could not
waiting room.
wait to get out of there, to get them out of controlling my life.
You really are a renegade.
Well, I mean, I call them like...
really are a renegade.
I see them. I had lots of questions about God and the Bible, and, they just kind of blew me off and said, just believe. I don't roll like that.
Do you think perhaps the problem was with your denomination and not Jesus and the Bible?
Nah, I pretty much dismissed every flavor of Christianity as lacking.
Well, not exactly a wise assumption
What
based on
about
your limited
Catholics?
experience.
Okay, so stipulated.
So
Where
stipulated.
do we begin this quest to broaden my mind?
Well, I figure since you're
Dude, this guy write movies like this all the time. Like, are they all like this?
a science guy, let's
I've
start
never
there.
seen one of these. What the fuck? How did I
But
miss
you have to
these?
dispense on your boundaries with naturalism. If you
Wow.
rule out God in the scientific discussion, then this exercise
We
will
could make
be
a
futile.
bingo for him.
Okay, so what exactly does that look like?
Weigh all evidence with this question.
Uh-huh.
Could God be the answer to the whodunit?
Could God be the answer?
And would God be a more likely answer than what naturalism provides?
Could God be the answer? Which God? Define it.
That sounds like two questions to me.
Or two sides of the same question, but let's not get bogged down by semantics.
I agree. Hey, before we get started, you're a doctor, right? So you have all this formal science training. How is it that you can reject evolution?
Since evolution is the glue that holds all biology together?
Exactly.
My dad laughed when he said that, but he failed to press you on the topic.
I have been studying in the dojo to defeat the atheist.
I found that I had no need for macroevolution and learning about the body's processes like birth and the health of babies
That
and
was his
mothers.
dad, yeah.
And
Yeah, or her
the
dad, yeah.
historical origin of Homo sapiens isn't
That got
really
revealed.
regard to me since it doesn't change the fact that
Way too
our
early.
typical normal body temperature is 98.6 degrees and we can only survive if
Okay,
you
the movie Gramps would have been way better if by Act 3 she's doing this. And these two are courting a relationship while he has you on to debate a second time and can totally owns you, bro. And then, after they have a relationship and there's actually something at stake, because he tricked her or whatever, then it's like on the podcast, live in front of everybody, she comes in and he's too dumbfounded and she defeats him in the Kumite and becomes a Christian on the podcast and loses all his followers and they choose you and you're the new guy and they watch you on TikTok. Yeah, I've never watched this.
few days without water and a few minutes without oxygen. I don't need Darwin to care for my patients, but I venture to guess the same is true for anyone working in the field of biology. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Why is that echoing?
Yes.
Let's go.
Why are there two tracks here, Gramps? What? Why'd you do that? What the
So,
fuck?
you reject
Bad audio.
evolution because you don't find it useful?
I reject macroevolution because
Macro.
I find it unsatisfactory in explaining the diversity and complexity of life. I mean, the glue
What?
of biology is the spark of life, and you admit that scientists don't even know what life is. Your theory depends on all
Yeah, we
these
do. What?
miraculous,
Yeah, we do.
remarkable changes to organisms over millions of years. The explanation that God created things are the way they are just
Life is
leaves
pretty
no need
obviously
for any other
defined.
explanation.
Well, I explained to your dad that various types of mutations and natural selection could account for that diversity.
Could. But the fairy tale-like progressions of those mutations defies belief by a rational person. He tried to pin you down into explaining how the blood and the blood vessels and the lungs and the liver and the brain could all have evolved slowly. But you squirmed out of the question by citing your evidence for things that we
What do you mean they
have
do,
witnessed.
though?
But
they
can you
do.
draw a picture of a complex organ like a heart evolving into being along with the miles of blood vessels and the lungs bringing in the oxygen that carries the blood to the cells?
The
And
blood to
don't
the cells.
just try to evade the question by giving me the lame answer that changes in DNA could pull off that miracle.
Dude, she does not believe this. Like the actress. Anyway, all of that can be proven. What they think is that there was humans with... We were humans, but we evolved the heart different than the human. You know? Those happen at different times. Boop, boop, like upgrades. Like you click on them.
Most intelligent people don't consider that to be a lame answer.
Well, draw the picture. You can't do it. And that's why you have to evade the question with coulds and might haves. A human being is not like an airplane where the seats and the wheels and the engine can all be blueprinted and put into place one at a time until the whole airplane is complete.
Right.
A human being is like A human being has to survive during the process of the changes. You can't blueprint the process for survival when survival is required for the process, and that's Logic 101.
So anyway, we don't have to do this on this stream because everyone in this chat is an educated individual, but you can look at our common ancestors who have less complex or sophisticated cardiovascular systems and brains and other things that are going on. Like, it just takes time. They all happen at the same time. Like, it's not like, oh, now we got the new heart and we got the new brain and we got the new eyes and we got the new liver. No, the liver, the brain, the eyes and stuff gets passed on. If a guy with a good liver and brains and a lady with good liver and brains and eyes passes on, their offspring is likely to have good liver, brains, lungs, and maybe eyes, you know? And then so on and so forth. And like, it's not a for sure thing, because you can also like procreate when you don't have these advances, and like you can have a kid that has fucking like fucked up legs like me, you know?
Did anyone ever tell you how pretty you look when you get animated?
Anyone ever tell you how only your
flattery?
physicality is what's useful to me? I don't find anything else nice about your company, because I am a straw man of an atheist.
Let me use another analogy.
Yes, please. Slowly
So
walk around
there's
this.
a guy sitting on top of a mountain. The bottom of the mountain has handholds and footholds, and one could get up partway without much of a problem. But the top of the mountain is steep and smooth and slippery.
Ah, slippery slope, huh?
Exactly. And you would say that he obviously climbed up there because he's there, and there's evidence of him being on the lower part of the mountain.
Yeah, but remember, he'd have about billions of years to get there.
Doesn't matter. You can multiply 0 by any number in the universe, and the answer still comes out to be 0 no matter how many years go by. There are limitations that time cannot overcome. You evolutionists accuse us of applying the God of the gaps, but you invoke the time of the gaps.
No, all the time is accounted for. There's no gaps. What? What's this man on the mountain thing? I believe that you can climb up a slippery mountain if you want to. If you try real hard. I believe you can. I don't know.
Whatever, Julie. Math and science are not the same. And we're not dealing with the number 0. But okay, with your slippery slope analogy, what's the answer? That God put him there?
Well, if that's the only explanation for it, yeah.
No, it's not, though.
If you scientists interviewed him...
It's not the only explanation. Human beings are not perfect at all. You're filled with blood that I need to survive during my eternal nightly bloodlusts. If you were perfect, you wouldn't have any blood, and then my demonic soul couldn't take you into the afterlife with me. And stave off the demons, and that's how I stay eternal. Death can't come from me if I throw your soul in front of me. Like a banana peel.
And he said that God beamed him up there, you'd completely ignore his testimony. If his cancer is healed after prayer, you ignore that. Anything that points to God must be avoided and suppressed.
Well, speaking of prayer, scientists have found no tangible proof that there's some divine being beaming health into people from afar. But, you know, Julie, I know lots of atheists who were once believers who walked away from their faith because God never showed up and showed out when they cried on to him.
Uh-oh.
God...
If this boy gets tamed, we're taming the shrew, and that's a
is
finger.
not some trained monkey that performs
Why did God
on
invent
man for
cancer?
man.
Does.
Even we Christians don't understand why he acts in some cases and not in others. But he's certainly not going to respond to experimental prayer meant to manipulate him. God's ways are higher than ours.
Bad theodicy.
Of course, because that makes for a pet answer all doubts reply. You know, Julie, Christians don't have airtight arguments either. In fact, they got a lot of wacky ideas.
Such as?
Okay, well, according to your Bible, Jesus was in the grave 3 days and 3 nights, right? And you celebrate his death on Good Friday. So, okay, if he was laid in the tomb on Friday night and he rose on Sunday morning, that seems like it's 3 days, but it's actually only 2 full days of time. But here's the kicker. It only involves 2 nights, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that you guys celebrate a contradiction.
I know,
What?
you're absolutely right.
You admit it?
I've never heard that.
But that's man's mistake. I mean, the Bible doesn't say that it happened on a Friday, but rather the first day of Passover, and that feast changes days according to the Hebrew lunar calendar. The year Jesus died, it must have been a Thursday, and the only time that happened during Herod's reign was 30 AD.
And not 33 AD.
Exactly.
Why wasn't I ever told this? I mean, it seems like everybody's been celebrating his death on Good Friday when it should have been on a Thursday.
We had
How
to
in the
work
world do you know
backwards.
so much about this.
Well, I was bugged by the same puzzle, so I researched it. The time division between BC and AD didn't happen until like 500 something. There's a monk that was instrumental in making that determination. Seems like he was out by about 3 years.
The number 0 was not 0. New studies of the gravitational waves are now pointing towards a big bounce being the true origin of the universe. That's right, we could be in universe 10.0. Big bounce?
That blows my mind. But you know what? In reality, it
when
it
I
doesn't
press
change
play-
anything. You know, the dates don't prove that.
When I pressed play, he started doing his mowing again. You hear that? Yeah, I hope he's having a good day.
Jesus rose from the dead, that he was the Son of God, or that God even exists. You know, Christians have a lot of other warts as well.
You know, we don't have a perfect religion. There is no perfect religion. But we do have a perfect Savior.
Well, I can't disagree with you on the first part of your statement. But it is refreshing to meet somebody with the intellectual honesty to admit that.
It'd be nice to find an evolutionist
By the way, he is dating the atheist in this. This is a self-insert for the author. The old guy is also this character, and they're about to date.
who would admit to the warts of Darwinism and neo-Darwinism.
And you want that person to be me? Look, Julie, you can get me up at 6 a.m., sweat out a gallon of sweat every day, but don't overestimate your powers of persuasion. And your time is up for today.
Dang. Rage quit. He wears the Darwin shirt in every day at work.
So, how'd that workout session go?
Frustrating. You know how I let her dad to follow my narrative?
Yeah.
Well, the daughter is having no part of that. She is a tough cookie. You know, every time I look
I
at
had
Benji,
him follow
it's like
my narrative?
she's so dang cute that my mind just turns to mush.
Look, I told you to.
If
be careful.
only the old
Alright, first
man
off-
were cute. If he were cuter, we'd listen.
You look on YouTube, there are plenty of videos of atheists converting to Christianity. And what I'd hate is to see you, Trey, become a statistic.
Yeah, but there's probably
Are there?
an equal number of videos of Christians who became atheists, biblical scholars even. You know, a lot of their musical celebrities are recanting their faith. Maybe I could make a statistic out of her.
Trey, not to be a Debbie Downer, but my money's on her. Here's my thought. You pretend to
interesting.
convert,
Why?
and then you better and wetter if you want.
Whoa.
Benjamin, what kind of a slime ball do you think I have?
Whoa.
Why don't you focus on the show?
Everyone's
Get
a
ready.
slime ball. Dude, the author's a slime ball. Better and wetter. Whoa. What is that? Is that a bloody
I feel a
skull?
burden for Trey today.
Don't you always?
Well,
What is that?
yes, but it seems different.
What is that?
It just seems like something special is happening today.
Good
Wiener
special?
dog hat?
Or
I like
bad
it.
special?
I want a wiener dog hat.
I don't know. Maybe both. I mean, maybe because God is doing something special, that Satan is applying pressure to stop it. I know. We need to attack it in prayer right now. No, right now.
Prayer attack!
Sandy,
Wait, who's this fucking guy?
prayed for him for years, in vain.
Who's this?
First, he strayed a little bit from
His
the
parents?
faith, and then he started pulling others from their religion. How long can you keep doing this? Hope deferred makes the heart sick.
His parents are religious too? That makes it less interesting.
I don't know about you, but I can and I will as long as I draw breath.
Okay.
The dad was about to give hope on his son, but I'm gonna get on my knees for Christ. You can tell they don't do that often.
Well, I hope you weren't expecting to win him over in one session.
I don't know what I was.
Subplot 3 parents, yes. Bang. Bang! That's a bingo! Diagonal! That's a bingo! Boop, 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 boop.
Expecting other than stubbornness.
I would expect you to be equally as rock solid.
At least I have solid ground to stand on.
Solid ground.
Charlie Kirk is dead?
No, he's not.
So I watched this
He
movie
carries
the other
the
night.
flame in our hearts.
It was called The Poseidon Adventure. It's about a cruise ship that gets turned upside down.
Old shit.
And there's a handful of people that are convinced by this pastor or priest, I'm not sure which, that they can climb up to the bottom of the boat.
They can climb up to the bottom.
Yeah, because it's upside down.
Oh, gotcha.
There's this crew guy that argues that they would be safe by staying where they are and waiting for a rescue team.
No.
And?
No.
Well, they didn't attempt to climb. So, most of the ones that sought to escape following the pastor's hunch made it out alive. The rest, not so lucky. Water poured in on them, and, well,
cool.
Enough said.
Cool. So,
She
what's
said
your
enough
point?
said 3 times.
I see evolutionists as being like that crew guy
Enough said.
that told the people that there was no point in even looking for an escape hatch. We're just all going to die and it's over.
What?
Well, we know that's not true.
So, it's a cope. You're coping. Yes, we are all going to die. That doesn't mean it's over, though. It means you got one ride. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. We're on fucking paradise, man. In space with no one to tell us what to do. Like, for real. Except for ourselves. We could do this damn thing, man.
So we look up and we climb up through Jesus.
Climb up through
The
Jesus?
evolutionists, well, I mean, at least the atheist ones, right? They offer us no hope.
Right.
So we have to be strong in our belief and...
They offer us no hope of what? It's literally like I would like to lie to feel like I'm never gonna die. And that's just childish. Like, that's just a child's thoughts. It's just reality. You're gonna die. We're all gonna die someday. It's not that scary. You were dead before already. You were dead before you were born. Being dead is the more normal state of energy. Like, the cells that hold you together and everything will spend way more time not being cells. Like, all the stuff that's in you. So, you're a collection of things that'll never be together. You're a community of oneself. It's kind of dope as fuck if you think about it. It's, like, really amazing. It's super cool. I understand how some people could take a religious idea out of this. But guess what? You could just... Like, this is the time you get to be yourself. So do it. Be yourself. Not whatever they're fucking trying to tell you to do. You gotta do it yourself. Cells at Work? I didn't watch it. Let's watch it.
in our resolve to bring as many with us to heaven as we can.
I'm trying.
I'm good.
I know.
I'm not
just
wasting my life, man.
I think that you need help.
What a
More than I
waste.
can provide, you know? Wait, did you say that Trey's parents were Christian?
I did.
One is all and all is one. Yes. And profoundly, we're all singular beings that are, I mean, kind of exactly the same being, right? Like, if you consider all of the matter that exists, or even just all of the creatures on Earth, I mean, we're all very much similar. There's a high chance that the cells in my body and yours and everybody else's, maybe they've touched before. You know? Maybe they've fucking... Maybe they came from different animals and now, you know, I'm part of the stuff that I ate and you ate. Maybe we eat the same kind of chicken nugget. You know? Maybe we're in each other right now.
Okay. Crazy idea. What if you contacted them and prayed with them? You know, like a little synergy action going on there?
How am I going to get their contact info?
Dude,
I can't
there's
just
not
be
a
like,
non-Christian female
Hey,
in there.
Trey, can I get your parents' phone number so we can tag team you on some spiritual warfare prayer?
Whoa, tag team.
True.
Whoa.
That would be a little creepy.
Whoa, yeah, don't say tag
So you said
team.
he's originally from Kansas?
I did.
All right. Let me see if I can track them down for you.
Huh.
Gay
That
frog
could be like
time.
looking for a needle in a haystack.
Hmm.
I'm back.
And I'm surprised.
Oh, don't.
Thought I scared you away with all the deep discussion.
Hey, I don't like shallow conversation. But with you, I need my deep sea diving equipment. I like it.
Oh, hook up your oxygen
hate
tank.
this.
Let's go again.
Hook up your oxygen tank.
So yesterday, you said that we had no proof that Jesus rose from the dead. I want to.
Ugh, wait, so he was going to stalk her at work and now she's going to contact his family and find a way to bring him back into the fold? Wow, yeah, let's get the stalkers together so they can blackmail. So this is just the author, right? Like, this is on the author. He's like, oh, it's not creepy to stalk somebody. He thinks both of them are charming characters, you know?
submit an intriguing piece of evidence that I believe does just that.
It's so
There's
weird.
a cloth that bears the image of a man that shows all the characteristics of what the Bible says Jesus went through.
You talking about the Shroud of Turin? Oh my god.
Talking about the Shroud of Turin, right?
Oh, you know about it.
It's been debunked.
God.
Not so fast. You atheists sure love to sling that word around a lot. One detractor shows up and you claim that debunks everything.
They did carbon dating on the Shroud, and they found that the date was way too late to have anything to do with Jesus of the 1st century.
Well, what if there was a patch made on the cloth because of the fire it went through, and the carbon dating test came from that section of cloth?
Dude,
Well, then
what if? What if, yeah, Sarah did this to us?
They would get the
to
date
me.
of the patch.
Debunking your debunking.
Is someone claiming that happened?
Indeed.
Doesn't matter, because the supposed
You
blood
saw that shroud once? Hell yeah.
on the cloth is not blood.
That was the opinion
Jesus?
of one guy who seemed to be a bit of a charlatan. But the other expert said that it was blood. But the kicker, the thing that should intrigue a scientist like yourself, is that the
real.
image
Maybe
itself
I
cannot
believe
be
in
explained.
God.
It's like a negative that was burned onto shroud and only goes 1 fiber deep. We don't have technology that can do that today. And there certainly isn't evidence of there being technology back then.
So, you're saying that Jesus left a photographic negative of himself as a testimony of his return to life?
No, I'm saying it's a byproduct of the holy light that came out of him on the 3rd day when he resurrected. You fool!
Maybe. I just think that someone with an inquiring mind such as yours, someone who wants to get down to the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, would want to pursue that.
How do you know so much about this?
My dad.
My dad was working with one of the members that examined the shroud in order to write a movie script.
Yeah.
Another one of your dad's lame movies? Did I say something wrong?
You know,
Did I say
love that
something
father.
wrong?
I know you
That's so funny.
think he's a nutcase, but
Did I say something wrong? I know a lot of people have that in them, but I feel like a lot of it, like, it's just a personality thing. Did I say something wrong? You're not supposed to be saying a right or wrong thing. Gah.
I know
never thought
better.
that in my life.
I'd appreciate it if you put a lid on any rude comments you want to make about him.
Yeah,
Gee,
don't-
sorry I ruffled your pretty little feathers. I'll
Pretty little feathers. I hate this man's writing.
check out the Shroud more in depth, but I'm not sure that it's acceptable evidence.
That's a key point. You guys seem to decide
both
what
suck.
is evidence and what isn't
Hope
based
this
on
ends in a
whether it
car
fits your
accident.
narrative or not. Hardly scientific or something a truth seeker would do.
I like to examine all the evidence for myself and
Who's
not rely on the opinions of
DJP?
others.
This guy? Who's DJP? Is that the old guy? Thank Vice Rhinor. I'm calling him Rhinor from now on.
You know, Julie, there's
Donald
a lot of
James
information, disinformation, and misinformation out there.
And with AI's potential to doctor and create media, it's becoming a real challenge to figure out what is true.
Yeah, I can certainly see a great potential for the misuse of that technology.
Well, in any case, check out Barry Schwartz on YouTube talking about the shroud.
Barry Schwartz.
He was the photographer on the team, and he thought that after 5 minutes of examining the shroud, they would pronounce it to be fake. Instead, he was convinced that it wasn't.
Of course he did, because it bolstered his Christian faith.
No, he's not a Christian, he's a Jew.
Oh, interesting. All right.
I don't like the way anybody said that.
But okay, if he's so convinced that it's real, then why hasn't he embraced Jesus?
Excellent question. My dad actually made a movie about that. where
Movie tells me to watch a YouTube. Love it. That's so funny.
the theme is when a Jew embraces Jesus, he does not
Yeah.
cease to being a Jew.
I know, I made fun of that one too. I'm sorry. But you know, you should actually be grateful to me because my mocking actually drives traffic to his movies.
Yeah, and your people show up like Chuckleheads at P.T. Barnum's freak show at the circus.
The geeks and the bearded ladies.
That's you, fuckos.
And the midgets and the giants.
Wow, cool.
They marvel at the bizarre Christians who stand up for old-fashioned values.
Yep.
Tell me something.
Anything.
I'm tired of getting made fun of for being a freak. I'm gonna make fun of you instead and call you a freak. Yeah. Dude, it's just fucking projection all the time.
Would you like your groupies showing up to laugh at your parents?
Okay, almost anything. Okay, why don't you pull it out of me, why don't you? All right?
If my mom was making movies about being an atheist or whatever, you could definitely respond. If your dad was just chilling, it would be weird. No, you shouldn't feel bad for responding to your dad's weird shit. He's putting it out there.
I would not be happy if people were mocking my parents. Haven't talked to them
unless she deserved it. Are you kidding? Dude, if my mom was one of these racist old ladies, which she hasn't been, so that's good. I would not support her in, like, her words and actions, that's for sure. Depends on, she's never been as racist. I mean, I'd fucking condemn the shit out. I'd fucking drop her ass if she was a real racist, so. She knows I would. I done did it.
Ages, but I know them to be decent people. Misguided perhaps, but they have good hearts.
Which you've probably broken a bit.
Hey, I can't choose the same path in life just because they want me to. I gotta be me, Julie. What else can I be but me?
Yeah, Julie.
My sister went down that path too.
Lori?
Yeah.
But now she's back in the fold?
She is.
Whoop.
She went off to college, a good little Christian angel, and quickly got corrupted in more ways than one.
Oh. And?
Dad and I went through hell as we fought to help her find her way back.
But what about you?
Is that a real story? Did he do that to his daughter, or is this just
waver
a movie?
from the path, just practically perfect in every way?
You know, stupid people never learn from their mistakes. Intelligent people do. Wise people learn from others' mistakes so they don't have to go through the pain to absorb the lesson.
Okay, wait a minute though. I thought you said that you went through hell and back because Lori wandered off the yellow brick road. That sounds like pain to me.
Not all the pain she suffered, and collateral damage maybe, but bottom line, you still have at least some love for your parents.
Truthfully, I don't know what love is. But I appreciate the fact they brought me up in a good home.
Well, that's good. At least that means there is some hope for you.
Dude, I declared that right-wingers don't know how to love and don't have joy in their life. And, like on Twitter. And of course, and why wouldn't it? Some of them were upset at me and were like, yeah, huh? And I was like, okay, explain it to me. Explain what love is. And he goes, I love my family. And I go, okay, why? And he goes, because they are mine and I am theirs. And I was like, thank you for making my point for me. Very possessive stuff. That's so weird. I am theirs. They are mine. Dog.
You can understand why I get so agitated when you make fun of my dad.
Yeah,
don't make fun of my
sorry.
dad.
I won't do that again.
Who is me, the writer?
What? Will you take down the videos where you do that?
Julie, my livelihood comes from my content, okay?
I will give you one of my daughters if you stop. In holy matrimony.
I won't cut down your dad in front of you, but I'm not going to go erasing the past either. Look, do you have some time to get a coffee or tea or something so we can continue this conversation?
Yeah, but I only have a few minutes. Custard Cabins, cute place. I've never seen it before.
Look around, Julie.
Look around.
Now, I find it hard to believe that you can look around at all of the wonderful
here
things that God
immediately.
created for us and not see his handiwork.
For example?
Well, how about the rebirth of spring? All the trees seem to die off in the winter, but they're reborn in spring.
So...
That's the sun. That's our orbit. That's a proximity. That's the sun.
You think that God created the world to work like that as a sign of eternal life? Well, first of all,
We haven't
people in
always had
tropical zones don't see that. And
springs.
second, that's not evidence. You got something else?
Well, Jesus put a lot of emphasis on people producing fruit. Look at all the fruit-bearing plants and trees and the healthy and delicious aspects of them, and even the convenience. Like, look at the banana and how easy it is to peel to obtain the good stuff.
Jesus died on the cross so you could see the letter T.
Did she fucking Ray comfort his ass? I can't believe he hasn't seen some Ray Comfort doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. An artificially selected food that's perfect example of why evolution is real. But a banana's never turned into not a banana. Kind of. This is nothing like the original banana. Oh.
Tell me, how does producing that fruit assist the tree in surviving? Like the grapefruits, for example. They're comprised of 80% water. Each grapefruit on that tree is that.
So grapefruits have been artificially selected
Jesus
as well.
died on the cross so you could see the letter T.
Considering the fact that he has feelings for her and she knows this, does his proselytizing come from her count as emotional blackmail? Probably. I think so. I mean, well, I don't know. Is it full emotional blackmail? Just sort of manipulative, but not really her fault. It's his fault, kind of, in the writing of this. It's the author. This isn't how real people exist. There's also a tree that explodes to spread its seeds. It's more like self-goal. It's not her fault that he's horny.
Water resources from the tree itself. Seems that having mutations to take a non-bearing fruit tree into one that produces water and nutrient-dense produce is not something that natural selection would bless.
All right, well, first of all, the grapefruit is not a native plant that God created. It's a cross between pomelos and Citrus sinensis, which was a hybrid of Citrus reticulata and Citrus maxima. Evolution in action.
Whether hybrid or not, where's the advantage for the tree in growing pomelo, citrus, whatever you said?
The tree doesn't get to choose what's advantageous, but it's pretty obvious that the tree will exist and fruit if it makes those fruits, right? And humans plant them on purpose for this. This is artificial selection, not natural selection. But, like, natural selection would just be those seeds are good at dispersing themselves and getting planted. When adopted by artificial selection, the seeds were so good that now human beings are forcing it to happen in unnatural ways. Advantage is also not necessarily true. Like, it's just whatever helps it like mate and keep having energy to grow.
Wherever water is plentiful, it's not a problem.
You guys act like if you had enough time, you could shake up a can of Legos, dump it out, and it would assemble itself into the Taj Mahal. I mean, complete with indoor plumbing, heating.
No, because those aren't biological forces. But what would happen is that if you left the Earth without any human interaction, you would see another species evolve some kind of, like, intelligence. I think eventually either things co-evolve together because their timelines just sort of work, or eventually something will start to become smart enough to artificially manipulate the situation. These seem like the two outcomes of life. And all that takes, it seems, is the ability to preconceive events and, like, have a sense of self. And I bet, even because we're just so anthrocentric in our thinking, I kind of inherently, I bet there's ways to have consciousness we don't even understand. Like the trees and stuff. Maybe they're conscious.
Heating and air, electricity, and a Wi-Fi.
Probably not. In the same way. Not close.
And that's crazy,
Like thoughts and
especially since we know how complex cells
Otherwise, there would be communication. So you'd expect communication in language. Anything that's capable of doing language and being social
are. You can't tell me where cells came from, but you can say without a doubt that they all came together.
Cells definitely came from the natural chemistry on Earth. And we're pretty sure through the process of electrolysis, like electricity and plasma and stuff moving through and having energy conversion with cell or with chemistry to create biology on accident.
Together at some point to create a human body with all of its complex and interworking systems.
Complexity is...
Fungi have communication, but I wouldn't call it a social version of communication. In the same way that, like, your skin doesn't socially communicate with you. Like the rest of your cells, like a nervous system or whatever. It's much more close to a nervous system, which is cool as fuck. I don't think they have... If we can identify complex social things happening that are more than just information spreading, you know? Because you're not a tree? Well, I know, but I don't think even trees are them, you know?
No argument against evolution, Julie.
I don't think a tree
Are you
has
kidding
the
me?
experience
Sure
of
it is.
time. Thank you.
I mean, the more complex the organism,
Become a
the more
tree.
difficult the task, exponentially more difficult even. Your pet equation seems to be anything plus time equals everything.
No.
Instead of invoking Father God,
No, available biochemistry in a space that is able to, over time, reproduce and convert something into energy to live long enough to reproduce. And then do it again, you know. Like, that's pretty much what it is. And obviously, this planet has conditions that are suitable for that, because it happens all over. So smart, but doesn't understand probably.
you invoke Father Time.
And we've been over this before. Time of the gaps, as you called it.
Oh my gosh, I have to go. Here, take a look at that when you have a chance.
Take a look, brother.
Please draw me a picture of how gradual mutations could lead to the formation of a heart and a liver and a set of lungs and blood with clotting capability and miles of blood vessels to carry that blood and oxygen and nutrients out to the cells and return the waste products to the liver. If you can show me how all of these intricate body functions could develop over time when all of them are necessary for the survival of a mammal, I will abandon my belief in God and join your side.
In a picture? That is a very specific argument. It seems like you want a mural describing multiple complex systems. Like, why would you need? What one picture would that even be? Like, it'd be like a phase through time. That'd be a very big picture. It would. It's almost like an impossible request, kind of on purpose. That's weird. Seems like a roadblock to make it a picture. We could write a book about it. Would you accept books about it? We have lots of that.
P.S. I'm not worried because this task is impossible. Yeah, right.
It's not impossible. It's just incredibly time consuming, and so much so that it would be wasteful to do that and pursue it. Anyway, if you bring me one piece of evidence of God, I'll come over to your side. Or at least consider it. It had to be the Christian God, though. Otherwise, it would be a deistic thing. But that's okay. We can talk about it if that happens.
Oh, boy.
Bingo.
There's no non-Christians in this.
His father's name is Stephen
Except for
Crawford.
him and his friend.
In Kansas.
Wow, what the fuck? You're gonna cold call some random guy's dad? What the fuck?
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Poor mammals were invertebrates, and many invertebrates don't have a liver.
All right.
That's true. That's true.
All right, Facebook. Don't let me down. All
I don't
right.
know if this guy's a former atheist.
There's the haystack.
No
Now
idea.
to find the needle. What's up?
So did you thread that needle yet?
Not quite. Actually, it was almost a slam dunk. And then the phone number that was listed is no longer active. So now I'm going through Facebook and trying to find a Stephen Crawford, and there is a lot of them. Why couldn't his name have been something like...
This is just how he tries to search people down and dox them. Hello, sir. I'm trying to use my vagina to bring your son to Jesus. Do you know what? That's not her. That's not her. It was the other lady. My
Glenn
sister's vagina.
Cadiddle hopper. But I promise you, I will find that proverbial needle.
Well, what if they're not on Facebook?
This
That
movie's
would be
4
a
weeks
monkey wrench in
old.
my gearbox.
Or if they are and they
This
just
is from
never
this
use it.
year.
Wow, you are just a fountain of
Did you
encouragement,
talk
aren't
to
you?
Planet Peterson
Sorry,
or
just
something?
being real.
In Crash
Well,
Out?
you can be real happy when I find the treasure.
That I can do.
Eureka! Oh,
Eureka! I love Facebook.
But no phone number.
So much.
Okay. Plan B.
So much, dude.
What?
Well, look, we just
Jake
got
defeated.
a message from a non-friend in our
Quick,
Facebook
name all the
account.
stars in the sky right now.
She asks if we have a son named Trey.
Polaris.
Should I answer her?
Sounds like a scam to me. There are a zillion con men
Beetlejuice.
and women out there, you know.
Well, I know, and I'm always very leery of strangers.
Why don't you ask them why?
H179er. The star.
They want to know.
Okay.
This movie loves doxing? Dude, it's crazy. He's so obsessed with stalking people.
Oh, wow. Here. She said she and her sister are wanting to pray with us over Trey that he returns. Oh my gosh, that he returns to the Lord.
Return to the Lord right now. Immediately.
Wow. That sounds like a divine appointment. It's a good thing you got back to them. Make it happen.
Okay.
So, what's up with Trey and the Jesus freak babe?
I have no idea. He stopped confiding in me after I suggested he use some less than noble tactics on her. Now I'm afraid she's put a spell on him and has sabotaged his passion for fighting a good fight against creationism. But I warned him.
Should we intervene somehow?
Absolutely. I'll tell you what. You come up with a good plan, I will be more than happy to put it into play.
Dude, there is a vampire mod for Henry.
I'm not squeamish at all about being less than noble.
I think I have to actually fucking find one and eat it, though.
Let me wrap my brain
Drink
cells
its
around
blood.
this and come up with a solution.
Is this an atheist female friend? Let's go! Non-Christian female friend? Does that count? It does! That's a non-Christian female friend. That's a non-Christian female friend. That's a bingo!
Using that one job
He could just die.
I had one job as a parent.
Sometimes they
to
just
raise
die.
My offspring to love
By the
and
way,
have
I'm
faith
bald.
in Jesus Christ. And I failed miserably.
You know, my dad always uses an expression that he stole from Yogi Berra, I think.
Yogi Berra.
It ain't over until it's over.
You know what? I keep telling him the same thing. When I hear the stories of child trafficking and the brutality of people, I just want to cry out to Jesus to come
Almost
back
all Christian.
right now.
Almost all Christian.
But our son would be lost if he did. And so many of the younger generations are in the same situation. I mean, it's like this epidemic.
I wonder if this is the great falling away that the Bible talks about. Statistically, the statistics are awful.
Statistically,
The
the
young gen-
statistics are awful. Fuck yeah, dude.
Generation is just not embracing the faith of their parents.
Well, parents are losing
Fuck
their faith
yeah.
also. I mean, when I hear the story in the Bible of, you know, you raise up your child in the way he should go, and when he gets older, he will not depart from it. Girl, I just have to bite my tongue.
Bite it.
Yeah, but as far as I can tell, we did everything right. But the results are all wrong. And I don't see any evidence of that changing.
Listen, y'all, I'm sorry to be venting on you like
This
this.
is awful.
I mean, we're at our wits' end. Our cup is overflowing with frustration.
Damn.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, that would be because of me. I was a prodigal. And the Lord reeled me back in.
I was a prodigal.
He can do the same for Trey.
I was a prodigal.
Well, we know he can.
Dude, this is so
the
long.
$64,000 question is, will he? Before it's too late.
It's so long. I only have 13 and a half hours until the subathon ends. I'm wasting away.
Well, I'm doing what I can to make that happen.
And that's why we asked to pray together with you guys. So,
damn you,
shall we
Rice
get started?
Vino!
Absolutely. Lead on.
Wow. I can't believe it's already been 2 weeks since we started this routine. I can already feel a big difference in my body.
Well, the goal was to
2
not get you
weeks.
buff, but spiritually enlightened.
Well, I told you I wasn't going to be an easy mark.
Yeah, the problem is your confidence is in your own intelligence.
What else do I have to base anything on?
I'm not even, I don't know. The confidence is in the overwhelming evidence to reality.
I mean, it would be stupid to put my trust in ignorance. It's like if God did create us, then he obviously gave us brains and we're supposed to use them. Just like the muscles we're working out right now. If you don't use them, you lose them. And didn't the Bible say to be as wise as serpents?
And as harmless as doves.
Dude, be as harmless as doves. Tell Pete Hegseth that. He's gonna call you woke as fuck.
It also says to not lean on your own understanding and to put your trust in him.
Well, do you? I mean, do you just totally turn your brain off and trust in God?
Yeah.
I'd be lying if I said I did. And I don't do that all the time. But I do know that when I trust in the Lord, it's the most important thing that I could ever do.
What?
Let me throw you a curveball. There's
Let me ignore that? Let me throw you a curveball. Dude, no one talks like this. Except for this old guy.
law in science called biogenesis, right?
Yeah, life only comes from life.
What are you doing?
So in order for life to begin, that law would have had to been broken at some point.
Yeah, that's called abiogenesis, and it's probably happened lots of times.
But if it can be broken,
They're like, hey, why don't we do a real one?
then how can it be
A real
considered a
workout.
law? And where do the laws of science come from anyway? Don't they not have to have a lawmaker? Aren't you just putting your faith in scientists rather than in your own?
This shit I'm smoking is giving me Vitruvian man flexibility.
Own brains to realize that there are questions that science can't answer?
They have answers.
Yeah, they throw spaghetti against the wall and they hope it will stick. I mean, those answers don't cut it. What I keep hearing
Spaghetti.
for arguments for evolution is this is how it could have happened. Just
Nope.
wishful speculations.
Just how it
Then
did.
why do so many people not only embrace
Why is he back to it?
evolution, but swear by it?
You want the truth? I'm not sure you could handle the truth.
I can handle anything you throw my way.
Anything.
So many people have fallen into the subtle trap that the devil has set for them, and they don't have the
Fuck
brains
yeah.
to realize they've been hacked.
They've been hacked. Do I look like a devil to you? Do I look like a demon? A cool one that you would hang out with a sick haircut. I do look a little bit like a devil, like a Satan, emphatically. Oh. So you're saying this movie's 100% correct? And I'm a dirty atheist? You like a dog? What the fuck?
Oh, come on, Julie. Don't tell me you're going to pin the rap on the pointy-headed guy with the red suit and the pitchfork. Prove to me the devil exists. You got photographs, eyewitnesses?
You wouldn't accept eyewitnesses. You don't even consider that evidence unless it's favorable to your position.
I only believe what I can see.
Can you see the wind?
Okay.
Yes, and I know how the wind work. I know how wind work. Then how it work, atheist? How wind? You think wind is explainable? You think we know the first thing about wind? That's just what they're trying to make you believe. Wind? You can't even fucking see wind. Wind isn't even real. We live on a disc.
Okay, I see what you're doing here. Let me amend my statement. I only believe what
Man, I would love having a shitter in chat, but they're not going to show up to a joyous event.
5 senses can detect. So, okay, I can't see the wind, but I can detect the effects of the wind, the blowing of the leaves, and the...
You can literally see the air. You can literally do it.
The flowers waving.
So if you see branches moving, you say the wind did it. But if you see a rogue man whose life is a mess, who's put his faith in an invisible God, you discount that as evidence. You see, you believe in the wind, but you do not believe in a redeemed man.
No. What does that even mean? That's not even an argument. What? But you don't believe in a redeemed man? No. What? What's a redeemed for what? What is redemption? What are you looking for? What a dumb fucking thing to say. Cry, please.
Well, I thought you said you were throwing me a curveball. It seems more like an underhanded toss to me.
Okay. That's an ephus pitch. It's just real slow, so it looks like a curveball. Ephus is called ephus.
We'll try this on for size.
Try it.
Where does love and emotions come from?
Chemicals in the brain.
Why do we appreciate beauty?
That is a good question, and one worth discussing. I don't know. Let's talk about it. Very fascinating. Why do we appreciate beauty? One would suggest, I mean, the things we associate with beauty are things that are good for us. A sunny day is evolved into our brains to be better than a bad storm, you know? But people also find beauty in those things, so it's really just like, you know, but more people than not. It seems like an evolutionary trigger, and then it seems to be a interpretive thing, because like appreciation of the form of something seems quite subjective. So I don't know. Why do we appreciate beauty? We don't all agree on what beauty even fucking means. So beauty isn't objective. I don't know. Some of it's cultural. Yeah, absolutely. Is beauty a social construct? I think the word beauty and the poeticism behind it is a social construct, but I don't think people like in prehistoric times walking over a hill, see the sunrise and go, this means nothing to me. You know what I mean? I still think you'd be like awe, I think, would still exist, because we're just curious little creatures. Like a dog still gets excited to see a guy that they like, right? But that's because he associates me with a good time, you know? He associates me with safety and food and play and belly rubs and stuff. And he's like, oh, yeah, hell yeah. And I was also artificially selected to herd sheep into a pen that I don't have. So you're one of those now, you know? Anyway. And sociopaths exist. True! And many of them are created in environments like this household.
If we're just a bunch of chemical reactions, how is a human capable of sacrificial love?
Because usually the sacrificial love you're talking about is going to be in ways that you describe as romantic or familial, which is very true. But yeah, the chemicals. Yeah, it's the chemicals. We're not rational, and I think I also think some of it's cultural, right? As a man, I have been bred to find some romanticism and longevity of self, and I really think it probably lies in that, the longevity of self in the memories of people. Like, I'm going to sacrifice myself for my wife, right? I think some of these guys think like that. Now, me personally, it's because she's just a little guy and never hurt nobody and doesn't deserve to be hurted, and so I'll protect her if I can. So, right? And that's pretty much it. I just love her. I just love her a lot. And I don't really... I mean, I think instinctually speaking, even the dog doesn't think logically here. Anger and protection of others that we consider in our social group is a familial thing and an evolutionary response, because we survive better monkey strong together, ape strong together, you know? So my wife and I strong together. and we help each other live. And so because I identify her and my dog and myself and my cats and my house and, you know, my friends as helping me survive, right? Like, I think that's what love is. Love is helping each other survive. And that's deep, dude. That's deep as hell.
Love evolved to enable the humans to propagate and to
Talk
ensure
myself
survival.
to a bar, dude.
Give me a break. Lust does that. Love goes way beyond hormonal expression. You guys talk out both sides of your mouth and manage to say nothing at all.
Well, gee, Julie, why don't you tell me how you really feel? Or are you just demonstrating the emotions that you want me to explain in evolutionary terms?
You know what? This isn't working. I'm never going to reach you with my intellect and rational arguments. I found a quote that I think has to do with this situation.
I found another quote
from Leo Tolstoy. Most men can seldom accept even the simplest and most obvious truth if it obliges them to admit the falsity of conclusions which they have delighted in explaining to colleagues, which they have proudly taught to others, and which they have woven thread by thread into the fabric of their lives.
Dog, that's you,
And
Gramps!
from Winston Churchill. Men occasionally stumble.
That's literally you, Gramps! What the fuck?
Over the truth, but most of them pick themselves up and hurry off as if nothing had happened.
Well, the truth about God and evolution is not the most obvious. Otherwise, people wouldn't have been fighting about it over centuries. But I hope you weren't thinking you were going to bowl me over with your platitudes.
You're the guy the Bible describes as ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. God's just going to have to zap you with a bolt of the Holy Spirit.
Ooh, that sounds painful, and I'm not too fond of pain.
Yeah, I can relate. I don't like banging my head up against a wall. You know, it seems like we're in a Mexican standoff
That'd be a good subathon song. What is that song?
here, so unless you want to accompany me to a place
Why are you saying racism?
where the Holy Spirit is manifesting, I think we're done here.
What, does he not make house calls?
Trey, I don't need to be
Sorry, I was singing over top of it.
right. I just need you to know that you are loved. And yeah, he makes house calls. But I think it would be best if we go to a place where the Holy Spirit is moving in other people too.
I'm assuming you're talking about a church? Yeah, no thanks. So, no more gym sessions?
At 6 a.m. that is. If you suggest you continue your workouts, just not with me.
Dude, he's gonna snap her in the fucking face with this if he keeps doing this. Damn, get fucking owned, brother. King of limbs warbling.
Hey, good morning, boss man.
What's so good about it?
Oh, bad day at the gym, I take it.
No, not for you. You can just forget about me being corrupted by little Miss Goody Two-Shoes anymore.
It's called The Smile. Free in the knowledge.
Oh, so you told her where she can put her religious shtick. I like it.
No.
So then she told you where you can put your punctuated equilibrium?
No. We just mutually agreed we were butting heads and it was causing us a headache. Hey, hold on my calls.
Trey, we don't have a switchboard?
Post King of Limbs, so you're right. That's all I can
And you have a cell phone.
Duh, Benji. It was a joke.
Own.
I wasn't sure. I thought maybe you were too distraught that you were losing your grip on reality.
Yeah.
Me? Distraught?
Yeah.
No. This just so uncomplicates my life so that I can go back to being the carefree caballero again.
Caballero.
All right.
Carefree Caballero? Wow, that's an interesting development. I never even got a chance to put my fiendish plan into action.
Fiendish?
What was your plot?
Confidential.
Is she a
I may have
demon?
to use it on you one day.
What?
Brother.
Is she
now
actually
I gotta
a
walk on
demon?
eggshells on both sides of the office. Thanks, Tracy.
Dude, she could be.
I'm sorry, Sandy. I couldn't continue the way it was going, and I'm just not that strong.
Sage-like.
Oh, Julie,
She's
Julie,
giving them
no,
advice.
Don't worry about it. You gave it your best shot, and for that, we're really appreciative. I mean, listen, I'm sure it had a positive effect on Trey. You know, it's really ironic. Some kids grow up never hearing about Jesus, and they find him and rejoice.
Wow.
And then other kids grow up in Christian homes and they just walk away from the best thing in their life. Someday, Julie, someday they'll all find out.
Julie, someday they're all gonna burn in the lake of fire. It's not weird. It's not weird that someday they're gonna burn in the lake of fire for all eternity, and their flesh will burn and melt off of their bones forever. That's not the demons talking.
Not the day that every knee bows and every tongue confesses that Jesus is Lord.
Okay, what if only demons exist? Only demons exist. There is no God or heaven. Never has been. Sort of like a Cthulhu thing. They feed on... No, not us. They always feed on our insanity. Like this kind of stuff. Like they feed on it.
I know. Amen. Well, will you continue to pray for him?
Charlie Kirk is dead.
Charlie Kirk. Counting or not counting demon violence. Wow.
I can and will do.
You are a peach. Oh. Okay, listen, I am planning a trip to your fair city. Now, I'm not sure that Trey is going to see me, but I feel compelled to try. I sure would love to meet you in person.
That would be wonderful.
Weird.
Cool.
Whoa, cool. Little meet cute.
Well, I'll reach out then as soon as
That's
my
not a meet cute. They have to meet and... Can you arrange that?
plans
Does it
are
have to just
finalized.
That's more like a stumble into each other. It's not even a meeting. This fuck. Sounds like bad versions of someone ripping off Riverdance. Which, by the way, we went and saw. It was dope. We went and saw Riverdance before this. It was magical. That is so loud. I'm chilling. I'm gonna turn that down just a touch, dog. Little bit, doggy. We pass each other in the empty gym where only the two of us are. She's here to set up the podcast. Welcome to the final show.
Hey, Tracy.
Hey.
We're finally fucking here.
You wanna go grab some coffee?
You mind?
Sure.
I never turned down free coffee.
Never?
So you planning on telling me what's eating at you, or did I just come here as eye candy?
What the fuck is this script?
I'm not sure. I feel like I want to rant, but I figure I'll regret it if I do.
Well, go ahead and rant, because if not, you're gonna explode, and I definitely don't want to see you on the news.
Sage-like? She gives advice.
Maybe so. You ever been in love before?
Whoa, I did not see that coming. I thought we were here to discuss your secret issues and not pour out mine.
Just humor me here. I'm trying to get a grasp on what love is.
What is love?
Okay. I was in love once before. When I was much younger, though.
This fucking counts.
It was my everything.
This is Sage-like.
It's my rising star.
Rising star.
And then he broke my heart. And I decided then that I did not want to take the risk of that ever happening again.
Exactly. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how these crazy emotions fit into the evolutionary pattern. And it seems to me that they're a handicap.
Dude, they can't help it. Boomers are always like, people of color must be in service roles.
Yeah. Look at Mr. Spock on Star Trek.
Not in roles of
His
authority.
lack of emotions spared him from all the other drama that the other crew experienced.
And if they are, they're malevolent.
Say, emotions are illogical. So, why did we not evolve out of emotions if we had them before?
Oh my God.
Or
They're not. What? This is such a dumb, stupid fucking argument. Why aren't we just fucking Vulcans, bro? Why don't we? Because our brains are complex, and it's necessary to have these complex emotions to have these kinds of thoughts. Like, if you want the computing power that you think you have to be able to access these things to even have context to understand how to think about them. You know, it's just it's a side effect of having the complex brains we got. There are people that have sociopathy, and they are not beneficial to society. They end up killing each other and stuff and themselves. Psychopathy and many other different ways that humans turn out. Like, this has been ape strong together shit forever.
Not evolve them in the first place.
Wow. Let me guess. She posed the question about where did love come from. She slipped right through your defense of your scientific terms when it comes to that, right?
Exactly.
She slipped right through your defense. And so I have to sit and drink coffee when we talk about... I have to plan. My gigabrain is actually very small, and there's a secret cabal of atheists that I confer with to get my decisions. That's right. I have not thought of any of this myself.
Oh, no.
What?
She's here.
Oh, no.
Look, I'm no expert at this at all. But I really think that you need to talk with her directly about this question so you can get this settled once and for all. You know what?
Dude, a lot of lip smacking from the actors.
Sit right
in this.
here.
Oh, turn it down again because he's on his bullshit with the sound. AI. How could she possibly be at the coffee shop? I met with her 3 times. Why is this taking so long? Jesus.
You wanted to see me?
No.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. You're driving me crazy.
I'm driving you crazy. I haven't even talked to you in a few days. You should be recovered from the trauma of interfacing with me by now.
Interfacing me. What? Fucking, I want to interface with this. Oh, I don't. That would hurt. I actually have bumped my head before. It's pretty heavy.
If this is trauma, chain me to a wall.
He's doing Dracula as well. Let's go.
You know, maybe I shouldn't tell you this, but
Dracula.
You really did rock my boat.
You rocked my boat.
After I got into the car, after our mutual parting of ways, this song came on. My world is empty without you, babe. And after a few almost sleepless nights, it dawned on me that I'm missing something in my life.
It's not me.
It's not? Are you sure? Because no one's ever done this to me before. I've never met anyone like you. You have taken me way out of my box.
The dialogue is so fucking incredible. Like, it's every character in this is a self-insert. So the grandpa is imagining dating one of these people. I don't think Christians actually have conversations with people. I think they sit in a room near them, and it could sound like to the untrained ear that they're having a conversation with you, but it's more like they're present in the room, but the conversation isn't shared, you know?
That's out. Well, if you let me take you to a worship service tonight, you'll find that it's not me you primarily long for.
That's an interesting proposal, I guess. You know, I did some research on a couple of topics in the field of evolution. One was that question about emotions that you raised. And the other was the metamorphosis of the caterpillar into the butterfly.
Excellent example. Could the master storyteller be giving us a glimpse of the future? A poor, dry little creature forced to crawl upon the earth, builds its own little tomb, and then rises up in beautiful colors to flit and fly through the sky.
Well, that's not entirely accurate, since some caterpillars are pretty colorful and some flying insects that use cocoons are pretty drab. But as I was thinking about that, this Robin Williams,
the master of unlock, dude,
came to mind. I don't remember.
This is really bad.
Name of it, but he's grieving the murder of his friend, and this butterfly starts flying around his face.
Patch Adams.
Yeah, that's it. So you think that God created insects to look like that, to testify to us of eternal life, that we rise up out of our graves and are set free?
God created those parasites that swim up inside your dick and then kill you to show us the folly of colonialism.
It makes sense to me, and nothing about that process makes sense in the light of evolution.
Well, again,
The movie actual Patch Adams hated. Did he really? Isn't it pretty fucked up?
I should point out
the dreaded Kandiru. Dude, why are they so good at swimming up piss streams? Why are they ready for that? Dude, if I was a piss stream swimmer, I don't know if I would be fucking ready for a guy to piss into just a river while I was around. How do they even fucking know? Must be God. Or Satan, maybe. Satan does the bad stuff, God does the good stuff. What if the butterflies get me sick or die or whatever? I don't know.
There are lots of other insects that use cocoons to protect their larvae.
I don't think that...
Butterflies are interesting, or anything that does a chrysalis, because they fully gooify, right? And then they come out, and then supposedly there's continuity between those consciousnesses. Like they can learn information or whatever. Or maybe it's a simile of learning it. Maybe it's instinct. I don't know. Very cool. Perfectly swimming upstream in a piss away of life. Yeah, they live for how long, you know?
Detracts from the butterfly's message about eternal life.
You know, I told your dad that I had no desire to be in a place like heaven.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know.
It's not the same thing as us.
Maybe that was a bit rash. Maybe I want to be like the butterfly.
Dude,
but
be goo.
What I do know is I'm not
Become
ready to
goo.
go back into a church.
Well, you're in luck. The worship service that I was
becomes
talking about
believer?
takes place outside, and it will be super informal.
I guess I could handle that. What time?
7. Would you like me to pick you up?
You're afraid I won't show up on my own.
They better not
No,
get
just
married.
afraid that you'll get lost on the way or something.
Okay, pick me up at the studio.
Is he going to be like, hey, look at Atheist, you won't have to be a virgin anymore if you fucking go to the Bible study?
All right, I'll be there at 6:30 with mosquito repellent.
Dude, everyone is repellent in this movie. Oh, fuck. Right there? Is that just like some park? Atheist becomes a believer?
Let's just close our eyes and rid all of our distractions from our minds.
Yep. What the fuck?
I feel like God is leading
was
me
that
to
sound?
share this message in this passage. God is love, and he
What
that
the fuck
loves
is this
born
audio?
of God and knows God. This next song was not part of my list, but I feel led to sing it. Oh Lord my God.
I'm sorry, are these people real? Wait.
When I
Wait.
in awesome
Wait.
wonder.
Is that actually those people?
Consider
That was weird, right?
Oh Lord my God.
I mean, they look. That was weird.
When I
They're
in
angels now.
awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made.
I want to stay here forever.
I see the stars.
Are these real?
I
think that's AI, dude. That looks so weird.
Thy power
Oh,
through wide.
But it looks like, okay, it looks like AI of them.
The universe displays.
Because I think that's this guy. I think that's these people.
Then sings my soul.
Is there like an AI filter on it maybe to make them try to look better? Maybe, but their mouths are weird. Maybe they just weren't, maybe they just didn't sing nice. Maybe they were just not animated enough. Wait, wasn't this this is AI. Wasn't this the kid in the fucking wheelchair just a second ago? Didn't he have something in his fucking mouth that helped him breathe or something? And now he's singing AI songs? Isn't he? Yeah, I think that's fucking full ass AI. None of these people are doing this. So that's kind of disgusting, man. That's kind of fucking gross.
How great thou art.
How great! That's this lady who's not doing that. Dude, that's fucked up. That is so gross.
And when
Oh, she's doing it more?
I
She's doing more. We're still going. I thought it was over. Fuck.
that God his Son not sparing sent him to die.
Holy fuck, I thought it was over. Oh, I thought it was over.
My burden gladly bearing, he bled and died to take away
They AI
my
the actors too? I think he'll say something like, I believe. I believe now, I felt it.
Hey, Mama, can you finish squeezing the life out of Julie? Can I have a moment alone with her?
Sure.
A moment alone.
Oh.
Dude, the sound.
Well, you were right.
Dude, this is so fucking insane.
And you were wrong.
Excuse me?
I was needing someone else in my life besides you. Someone that I once had and let slip away. But I guess my mind has been renewed because I'm seeing things so clearly now. I was a sucker, led down what seemed to be a yellow brick road. As the song goes, I was blind,
Atheist becomes
but now
blue.
I see. But even now, after I've come to my senses and let God penetrate my armor again,
Done. That counts. Let's go. It's the bingy. Let's go. Is the shrew tamed? Is the shrew tamed? We should ask Dave that. Is the shrew tamed? And he'll be like, no. Steepled fingers. Is the shrew tamed? Say cryptic shit.
I still feel like I'm in love with you. I mean, after all, it was you that made me believe that living life forever wouldn't be
Tell
such
him
a
no
bad
and
thing
let the ding knowers
if I could do
win.
it with someone like you.
Tell him no.
I don't know what to say.
No?
Bottom line.
Say no.
I'd like permission to date you.
Permission.
Oh, wait. You don't date. Hold
on.
Permission to court you.
Permission to court you.
And
granted.
if you want to
sir.
spend all of our time going to church, it's fine with me.
You're right. I think it's not a good time to make decisions, but I will ponder this request in my heart. I'll pray about it.
Fair enough.
Julie. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. They gotta like she said I'll ponder it. Man, if we get a resolution to that, we tame some shrew. We're taming some shrew. We're grooming the shrew right now. We have not tamed it. We're grooming the shrew. We're really close. She just needs to. She's. It seems like clearly Gramps has written that the shrew is to be had at some point. If we see them like fucking married or something or anything.
Give me your answer, do I'm half crazy.
It is subtextual in a movie without any subtext at all. That's true.
All for the love of you.
Well, someone's awfully chipper this morning. Let me guess, date went well?
That was diegetic?
She doesn't date. But, okay, it was
Jesus. Dude, I should get a bunch of really cool Jesus shirts. That would fucking go hard. A bunch of Christian shirts? Oh my god.
Time. And now I have some news that'll probably not make your day.
Trey, why are you wearing that shirt? Please tell me.
I'm taking down all my atheistic content.
Atheistic.
Well, I'll edit some of the videos that present pure science dealing with evolution, but I'll point out the flaws in my teaching.
Right. And who exactly is going to watch that garbage? What happened, Trey?
Look, I don't really have the words to describe it, okay? I renewed a vow
came to
that I made when I was
serve
knee-high to
breakdancing
Shaquille
Jesus?
O'Neal.
Are those real, though?
It was like I got zapped by a bolt of electricity and a feeling of liquid love being poured all over my body at the same
Oh, liquid love being poured over all your body. Hold on, is that cum bitties?
of electricity and a feeling of liquid love being poured all over my body at the same time.
Liquid love? That sounds like lyrics from a bad pop song.
I thought she was going to say, that sounds like cum. Which would have been the first joke in the movie.
Sperm bank!
Fuck, true! Sperm bank. Oh.
I know, but it's just the first thing that came to mind. I still can't wrap my mind around it.
You do understand our subscribers are going to be like rats leaving a sinking ship.
Yeah,
Come
I know.
heavy or come not at all.
Not at all, please.
Probably gonna have to start looking for a day job now.
Which really translates to, Benjamin and Tracy, you need to change your LinkedIn profiles to looking for a job.
Look, I'm sorry.
Do you? Did this guy, did you require this? I'd be like, dude, this happened disingenuously because he wants to fuck the Christian lady.
I did a new video explaining to everyone and apologizing them for leading them astray. And warning them not to take the bait that led me to the brink of hell. I have to repair all the damage.
I would actually think, honestly, this would be dope as hell. I would fucking love if my co-host had gone Christian instead. Can you imagine that? I'd have Chud money and Lefty money coming in just like this, because that's all that it's about. It's just about having a podcast. We could grift this big time. These characters aren't even grifty enough. This should be a fucking... We need to fucking 5 uploads a day. Fucking TikTok. Do the fucking... I need merch. I need fucking books. I don't need books not related at all to my content and are just a passion project because I like fantasy. No. I need books about this. My main thing.
Jesus died on the cross so you could see the letter T.
Hey, Scotty. Jesus, man.
Fuck yeah. That is what it's like.
That I've done, guys.
Wow. So you just crossed over.
For real, if I believed in Jesus, especially at the height of TBR, oh my god, can you imagine? I have an announcement. I found God. For real. And I never swear again, except all the time. It has always been just Jake. I did have a co-host for a few special episodes. I had Steve Shives on a couple times.
Over the river, and there's no coming back. Trey, you are intentionally going from a hero to a zero.
A zero,
Why are
bro.
you throwing everything away? For a woman, no less.
First of all, I didn't do it for any woman. I did it for the creator of the universe.
No, you didn't. That's not true, actually. Not even the character believes that. The girl. He gets the girl, bro. Sort of.
Seems I shouldn't have convinced that babe to clear the heroin.
You did what? I think you had a fiendish plan to keep them apart.
Yeah, I did. But something caused me to go in a different direction.
Something caused me to go in a different direction?
I'll never understand.
Yeah, well, that would make 2 of us, Tracy.
Must have been
God.
God. That makes sense. That means that God is changing people's minds with his magic? Who's God, bro? Is that Dave? Fuck you.
Hey, can you share your table with me?
Of course. The good doctor.
Tammy
What
the
an
Shrew.
honor.
Tame the Shrew.
I watched your video. impressive.
Do you want to go on a
Especially
date?
when you described how a lamb can survive the bite of a venomous snake, and you compared the devil to the snake and the Lamb of God. It was amazing.
It was amazing. No, what is happening is that she really needs this job and she's converting to keep it. Ooh.
I also noticed your subscribers plummeted.
Subscribers.
Yep. Inevitable. You know, your dad told me that if I made any confessions to even the possibility of truth in design, that I'd become a traitor to many of my fans. Well, it turns out he was right.
Guys, Earth is actually flat. Subscribe immediately. Let's fucking go. Flat Earth. Cobb's flat as hell.
Kind of painful to read some of the comments.
True.
And
See it? You
I
saw
let
it.
my landlord know that I'll be vacating the studio at the end
You
of the
saw
month.
it. I believe you. It's a cube. That's a type of flatness.
My income's going to be dropping exponentially.
You won't be able to gain new subscribers and viewers?
Highly unlikely.
Speaking of my dad,
Dude, what a bunch of cope.
I talked to him after I watched the video.
What a bunch of
And
cope.
he thinks you could make some really great science content for
He
homeschoolers
thinks that you could make some really great homeschooling content.
and help him with his movie scripts. And I don't know how
Help
much
him with his movie scripts.
money is in that, but the opportunity is there.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm speechless.
I'm speechless, dude.
What?
I was just wondering how soon you'd be ready to take me to church.
Take me
Really?
to church.
Well, today's Wednesday. Does your church have Wednesday evening services?
Snurch.
Do.
Are you available tonight?
I am.
Shrew.
Pick me up at 6:30?
Shrew.
The wild horses couldn't keep me away.
Shrew.
I forgot. My parents are in town. Can I bring them along with me?
Yeah, parents, not cool on a date, but more than welcome in a courtship.
Perfect.
Courtship, taming
So,
of the shrew.
in the interim, I'll give you-
Let's go. That's like explicit shrew. That's explicit shrewing.
Your dad a call and see what kind of havoc we can unleash on the kingdom of darkness.
Call to action? Call to action, bro. Find Jesus yourself, bro. Cursed content, oh yeah.
Lord, we come before
Bo Davidson, call to action. Call to action us. Tell us to find God.
May your glory fill this place.
Randa Blackley. Long Furbs. Jesus.
Come and fill us with your love.
Whoa. Fill us. Dude, okay, can we, like, you being Christians gay as hell. Like, it's very cream pie coated for sure also. This is definitely AI shit. Lee Martin wants me to feel like a fucking donut. DJP!
Lord, we kneel before you.
With our mouths wide open. Lord, we gargle beneath you. I am bending over.
We give our hearts to.
Give our hearts. Give our valves.
Come and fill us with your
Come.
love once again. Oh, Jesus, sweet Jesus, come and fill us with your love.
Come. Look. It works.
Come and fill us with your love
Come.
once again.
Does it if it says at some point that we should take Jesus into our hearts, then that's a call to action. The songs don't count. It's so funny they need to make fanfic to win a debate. They didn't even win the debate. He just sort of was like, I would like to get laid now.
Lord, we call out to you.
Do it.
Kindle our love for
Come.
May your presence fill this place. Come and fill us with your love
Come.
once again.
Come.
Master, Savior, come and fill us with your love
Come.
once again.
Is this a call to action? No. Just a claim. That's Beauty and the Atheist. Not a call to action. Oh, got him. Beauty and the Believer. Ooh, is that gonna be the sequel, bro? Call to action? No. No call to action. Let's go. If I need bathroom breaks, already did my bathroom breaks. You think I'm gonna shit my pants? You got another thing coming.